Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man star, and the nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And today we got two special guests in the building. I want them to introduce themselves. Go ahead, guys.
You want to take the first thing?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So what's good, y'all? If y'all don't know, my name is Jayquel. I am from Keeiping in 9000. I am joined by my co-host Kevin from Keeiping in 9000. Now, Kevin, give us the Keeiping in 9000 style introduction, please. Thank you.
Oh boy! All right, let's get it. All right, fam.
Late night freestyle.
Yes, sir. You know what it is. We are on the Blerd By Nature Podcast. It is Kev Light doing it right, and I got my man Jay Queasy Stats Too Wavy. We are the Keep It in 9000 podcast. Otaku with my bro Taku, Shonen with my bronin, anime conversations from a NYC POV. You know the vibes. Keep It in 9000 is in the house. Bow.
Let's go.
And we back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. We end up building. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Anime podcast number 202, and one of the best anime black podcasts out here, keeping it 9000 with us. Clap it up, clap it up. Woo!
Let's
go.
get it.
Let's get it, guys. What's up, boys?
All right, now let's kick it into it. Let's start our first segment into Vibe, guys. I'm trying to find out how y'all week been.
Yo, my week's been
man,
stressful
Kev, you
as
wanna
fuck. Yeah.
Go ahead.
My week's been
Go off,
mad
bro.
stressful, bro. I've been
Let the
working.
week go off.
I've been trying to like keep my health right and exercising. Low key,
in
I'm
the
doing
gym?
in the gym. Yesterday I fucked up hard. Can I curse on this podcast?
Yeah, no.
Okay, beautiful.
You good?
Yo, yesterday a nigga was walking now. But yesterday I messed up because I was like, all right, tomorrow. I was like, it's a zone 2 cardio day. I'm literally just gonna walk on the treadmill, bruh. I leave work. I'm in my berries. I'm in like dress shoes, ready for work. Grab my gym bag from work, walk to the train, take the train, end up at the gym, go to my locker, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't bring my gym shoes.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be that nigga walking on a treadmill with Sperry's. And so literally I had to just go back home and walk up and down my staircase for an hour while checking my heart rate monitor to make sure my shit was straight. Bro, it was the biggest blow.
My son chose the hood gym inside. You gotta walk up and down the stairs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean,
but
you gotta improvise.
honestly, had to, but it worked. Like now I know if I ever need to get like some zone 2 cardio and just walk up and down my steps slowly.
Yeah, it's better than going through the training and all that.
The life of living in a walk up. Trust me, I know it well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what about you, Jay?
Me, dog, bro. This week it's been busy. I have a zine fair coming up on the 26th next week Saturday. So I've just been preparing for that, doing like the social rollout, planning out like all the logistics of that, and then what else have I been working on? I got a couple photo shoots coming up in the next few weeks, so just planning on that. And I just been trying to like keep it balanced too. I just got back into the running shit again, so that's really it. Just trying to like maintain and keep everything going. Oh, I got a flat tire this week. That's new.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, Kev was there for that.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. But I mean, at least you booked and busy, bro.
Hopefully it wasn't the tire. Hopefully it was just the tube, maybe not the tire.
Oh, nah, it was the whole tire, bro.
Damn. He was like, yeah, I can't front. It's the whole shit. Damn.
Yeah, I was like, it's crazy. I just got that tire in like February too, so that's what made me extra tight. But it is what it is.
That's
You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. I could have like blew out on the highway or something. But I found out.
Could kill both of us.
Oh no.
So we good on that though. Yeah, but otherwise, good week. I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's about to be a lit weekend.
That's what's up. Co-host.
I'm happy today is Thursday. Tomorrow's my half day. I'm tired of these people this week.
Oh shit!
Let's get it.
Running up your nerves.
Irking my nerves. You know how you got that one coworker that want to throw out the window?
Yo.
I've been dealing with one of those this whole week.
Oh, now not the whole week.
The whole week. Over it.
That's some straight up bullshit. And then my week, I've been saved from like my supervisor has been on vacation for like the last 3 weeks, and she finally pulled back up today. So it was like a whole big catch up on a shit ton of things. So that's been my whole week when it comes to like work. It's just catch up on a lot of crazy shit happening. They changing up our vacation policies and shit like that. Nothing could be pushed over till next year, and if like we
that's
push
a
over
blow.
our sick days or
They said no
nothing.
carryovers?
Yeah, no, they cut all of that shit.
Oh, nah.
Nothing? Nah, that's
Nothing.
crazy.
Nothing. They changed
That's
the policy
wild.
right out of left field like yesterday. They dropped us an email where we had to do extra research looking into the fine print, and we found out nothing can be carried over now.
Nah, that's trash.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, I'm taking my vacation tomorrow.
Oh yeah, nah. There's about to be a whole bunch of people finding out they sick tomorrow.
See, work did that, but what they did was originally we would accrue our time over the year, and then they would allow us like 5 carryover. What they did when they did that is like they said, okay, you get your vacation time from the jump beginning January 1st. Yeah. You can't carry over, but can't carry over to 5 anymore. But you get your vacation time on January 1st, all of it.
Gotcha.
Do it as you fit.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
That's how we was doing it from before, at least. But the thing about it is, at least we could carry over the sick and stuff like that. But all of that, they said kibosh. Like if you don't use that, all that shit going.
You know what's funny? I have sick days. I really haven't used them, so I have no idea if they carry over. No one has said anything to me about them. So
I look in ADP and I just see mad hours. So I'm like, if I randomly just pull up sick, shit.
I guess if I ever had a 6 day, they would probably say, "Hey, buddy, yeah,
Hey, pal.
right?
tap you on the shoulder, clock out, like,
right?
you can go
This
home
is
early,
stuck out for me real quick.
go home early, brother. But yeah, that's the week for all of us and stuff like that. So let's shift off of Vibe Guys and stuff like that, and let's start with the off the cuff conversation. Put this stuff to the table and let us all talk about it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the whole situation of strike wild summer. Like we see it, I don't know if y'all seeing, but I'm seeing strikes happening all around for like all kinds of industries. It started with the writer strike, but it looked like it's leaking over to everybody getting inspired. There's revolution out here, and I'm talking about hot summer for this show. We talking about writer strike, we talking about actor strike, we talking about Marvel VFX studios unionizing this shit like that. Like everybody's on their strike shit, and it's starting to peel out into like other facets, because we was talking about like America for most of the time, but it's starting to lead out into other organizations. It's like the one straw that broke the camel's back, and it's starting to leak out into other places and stuff like that. So it's been a hot strike in summer for a lot of places. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about how you feel about that, and then just the AI situation in general, because I've started to notice on Twitter or /X or whatever they want to call it, that like the anime industry and stuff like that, there's a lot of scenes that a lot of people are accusing that is used with AI or using some form of AI. Like a lot of people was talking about, like one of the recent episodes of Kaizen, they was talking about that shit looks so nice and gleam. They used a little AI here, and all that shit had to be kiboshed down. So a lot of people are obsessed with what they're seeing, and they looking out for AI situations, shit like that. So how do y'all feel about AI situations as a whole, and then its place possibly in anime and stuff, or people possibly using it in manga or stuff like that? Like, what's y'all thought about AIs and strike?
Kev, you want me to go first, or you want to go first? I got a lot of ideas. I'm loaded.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I want to hear y'all take on.
All right, bet. So, I mean, I'm a big like tech forward guy.
Yeah.
And I just, first and foremost, I'm pro AI, because I just think that, we should always be trying to like revolutionize our processes and our tools to make like, workflow easier. And that's just like in any industry, whether it's creative, whether it's like tech, 9 to 5, whatever you do. But then there does become a fine line where you are improving the workflow, and you're also disrupting an entire industry for people and removing jobs, So I just feel like if you are removing jobs and you are not like, at least like gradually doing it or giving people the chance to like, improve skills to kind of like get on with that, then I think that that's kind of like honestly a little inhumane. I don't know. But in terms of like anime, right? I don't really know how I feel about AI anime. I mean, just looking at like all the different AI tools that we have, and kind of like everything that's generated, like I can see it being good, but I think the whole premise of anime is kind of like really like we came from an era where everything was hand drawn, and then we added in like computer effects, 3D, and kind of like what is that called again? Not 3D, but what's that? CGI. What's the other thing that's not CGI? Yeah, like 3D CGI type beat. So like with that, I'm kind of like maybe against incorporating AI fully in anime. I see how it can help with like CGI workflow, But like regular animation, hand drawn, kind of like more skillful things, I think we should probably leave that to the creators and to the artists to really work on that. And then last thing was the
do you feel like it's like losing some of the heart feel inside of like how people create their work and stuff like that? Like if you want to process more AI and more machine in it, is it taking out like people's past heart as strongly as like design and stuff like that? Because like you were saying, it was like more hand drawn.
Yeah, so like I think that like people's passion and heart like definitely gets shown through the anime. One thing is though, if I could not get really bad episodes in my anime because the studios are lazy or overworked, use AI for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, though, I watched Boruto. I don't know if y'all watch Boruto, but all those scenes of my boy looking really bad.
Listen. Boruto might be going up. I don't know, man.
Oh man, I just read the spoilers for the latest.
Jay been waiting for this time. Jay been screaming to the heavens. Hey, yo, I listen to the podcast all the time, yo. I know Jay been screaming in the heavens for this for a long time.
I told you 10 years ago in 2024, Boruto will be up.
Boruto is on his redemption arc.
He waited his time and he finally reaping the gold, baby.
Facts. All I gotta say is Kawaki is on site. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say for Boruto. Like it's on site. Everything done. That's it for that.
Shikamaru fans up.
Nah, oh yeah. Also, big fuck Shikamaru, but that's on some other shit too.
But yeah, nah. Back to the combo.
Okay. Yeah, like I think that if we could utilize AI to kind of like remove some of like that bad animation, and also like improve the animation process, I'm for it. But when you start removing jobs and like taking away like opportunities from people to kind of like be in the industry, that kind of sucks. Because like if you fully utilize AI, you only need one man or 5 people to orchestrate an entire production team. Yeah, I think that's kind of like that's wrong in a sense. You know what I mean? What about you guys?
Nah, for me, I think as far as like starting off with the strike thing, I think that it was bound to happen because like when we had COVID, when that started, it was a big dip in just the amount of work that could be done, especially in the entertainment industry. And so I work kind of like tangential to the entertainment industry, not in like film or anything, but I work more so in like live production. And we noticed like within that 2-year period, there was a lot of live productions that just weren't happening. And so when things did start happening, it was up and they were like, all right, cool. We're hiring people and we're pushing. And we're going to put on these productions. We're going to put on these TV shows. We're going to put on X, Y, and Z to the scale that we used to put it on. And we're still going to pay these people the same amount that we used to pay them.
Dog shit.
Exactly. And so if you're paying these people the same amount that you used to pay them, and not only are you working with new protocols due with like getting out of a pandemic, and now you have so many scripts and things that you need to develop. So you're probably making these people work much more than they were used to. And like you have streaming, you have all these different rules coming up. It was only a matter of time until the people who were the ones in these positions who had to do the actual work got tired and went, hey, we're kind of getting screwed over right now. We need to figure out like a way to actually make sure we're getting paid what we're worth, which honestly, I hate that term because nobody ever gets paid what they're worth. If you were paid what you were worth, the company that you're working for would never make any money.
True.
Yeah, it's
very true.
But I think when AI is linked with it, it's a situation where like these industries had the ability to kind of go, yo, we got this new technology and it's moving. So you better take what we give you or else we just won't use you anymore. And obviously AI isn't in the position where it can completely take certain jobs away from people, but it can take certain aspects of certain jobs away from people, which means that they could potentially get paid less. And so I think all of this was bound to happen with COVID and with the advancement of AI moving at the same direction. And I think it's interesting because like AI, as Jayquel mentioned, is definitely something that's helpful. It can take tedious work that you wouldn't want to do in the past and make it easier to be done by a machine. But then the question is like, where's the divide? How do you, as you mentioned, I think it was you, Nick, that mentioned this. How do you keep the soul? How do you keep the heart of it all? One, and then two, like what do you do when the machine is like moving in such a quick direction that even the people who are creating this technology doesn't even know what to do, know what direction it's going to go and like what peaks it's going to hit. It's an interesting thing because AI is definitely not slowing down and the rules that are built around AI are like non-existent. So it's like this strike kind of needs to happen to build those rules around AI. So I agree with the people who are striking just because like, yo, we got this technology that's moving really quickly and could potentially like steal all of our shit, which honestly, I don't don't 100% believe, because like I've seen some AI written stories. They're not good. Like I think there's a human element that a machine can never figure out. But at the same time, I do think, as I mentioned before, like there's rules that need to be put in place for how quickly the technology is going that still like benefit the people who are working around it / with it.
Facts. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I've seen examples where it's at a point where I've sent it to co-hosts all the time, and I've seen examples of AIs like generating people's fake voices, using their likeness and other material where people don't even know. Like Twitter has to point out certain voice actors that their voices being used in places they didn't even realize. So it's like skim off the top. It's like the crazy thing about the whole AI situation is like the second companies found out this is a thing, they obviously used it for some dark art shit right off the bat. Because did you see some of the contracts that they were offering now for people? They were like, yeah, we could pay you for like 1 day of work and use your likeness forever. That ain't some supervillain shit.
Nah, that's trash.
like that shit sound extra crazy for them to use you in any kind of way. You just pop on the TV and be like, oh shit, that's me. What the fuck are they doing with me?
I'm sure there's a guy out there that was a floating head in a certain Sentai series.
Boom! And brings it all around. Shit, we didn't know that that homie Zordon was paid like 1 week's work for them to use him for like 30 years.
Oh nah.
Nigga, imagine you being the face of Zordon and you see Power Rangers moving, especially in the 90s, moving buckets for forever, and they pay you one $100 bill and call it a day. Nigga, I would have been against this series forever. And homie still on conventions taking pictures and dapping people up. Like, nigga, no.
That's
man, my life would have been like, nah, screw you, the Zordon story.
Yeah, y'all ever seen the Nike logo? The history of like who made the Nike logo? That girl got paid like $34 to make that Nike logo, and they still using that to this day, fully licensed. No, what's the word? No commission, no kickback, no residuals.
The logo isn't the logo the thing now. It doesn't even say Nike anymore. It's the logo that's supposed to represent. Yeah,
exactly. Just
that's crazy,
bro.
More.
Exactly.
Like, I would have been burning them shoes.
That would have been the beginning of my villain arc.
Big facts. Shit, look around, look at me like pain, bro. Like I'm so stressed.
But so my thoughts on AI, we go through this every time there's a new technology. Correct. There needs to be rules around it, and the people that make those rules are always behind this almost every time. So with AI, there's gonna have to be rules around it for creators, what's proper, what's not proper. That all that stuff has to be defined. And right now, it's the wild, wild west.
Yeah, and the second and you now it's become such a situation that if you use AI, it becomes a stigma on you like real fast. Like Marvel, it took that Secret Invasion stuff like that, and they just used AI for their opening, and it was like a whole team that was working with the AI. And the second people got wind of that shit was AI, they already like ripped the show off before they watched the rest of it and called that shit trash.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before AI gets sorted out,
or getting good press on it.
And then because it's advancing so fast, it's like you're always gonna be playing catch up.
Yeah, I mean that's tough though, right? Because it's just like, one thing about the rules, right? Like, in order to make the rules, you have to know how to break the rules, you know? So like,
true.
We really got to see all the worst instances of it to say, all right, that's too far, you know?
I mean, that's how I feel like them contracts is. Like right off the bat, it's like we said, this is new technology that we kind of learned it. Right off the bat, these companies are saying, oh, you could do the work for us for cheaper, and we don't got to pay all these big places for people to have like big rooms so these writers can come together and shit like that. We can have shorter rules, pay people less, and get these big money flowing, keep these streaming shit still coming and people still on, and mass produce all these shows. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, and that's also the messed up thing. Like Jayquel just mentioned, in order to make the rules, you got to break the rules, but usually rules get made after like somebody gets extremely fucked over. Like if you look at think about like child stars. Like remember Different Strokes, Gary Coleman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bruh, the fact that like he lost so much money to his parents because of the fact that like they were his guardian. And so like every episode that he recorded, he made a specific amount of money for it. And his parents were allowed to do whatever the fuck they wanted with that money.
Yeah, I listened to the Boy Meets World podcast and stuff like that, and they were saying that there was like a law put in place that parents. It was a law specifically about parents stealing kids' money in the industry, and that's crazy to think about. Like, damn, son.
Exactly. So I think AI is going to be in a similar situation where we're going to end up in this situation where like we have that situation where I said situation like 3 times back to back. Goddamn,
it happens, man.
We're going to end up in a place place where we have rules, not even rules, but we're gonna end up in a place where we have people being severely fucked over, like these actors who are just showing their face once and then their likeness is owned in perpetuity, and eventually it's gonna have to go to court. It's gonna have to be like, yo, is this right? Because there's no precedence for this because AI is brand new. So essentially, the precedents will have to be made once enough people are fucked over, and that's the sad fact of the truth of this.
Man, I can't wait for the Supreme Court versus AI of 25. Shit, that's gonna be in the next history books, and y'all.
Bruh, and the sad part is AI gonna win because it just keeps learning. Damn, bro.
Skynet, bro. We saw this. We know how this goes. We've had movies. Never fucking learned,
But
bro.
you know what's crazy? Guys, is like, so think about AI, right? Yeah. So say, for example, if we want people to make money off of if we want people to continue to make money off of their producing and contributions to projects, right? You know what's the one thing that could actually save that industry and help keep tabs on the money made off of likeness and work? Is crypto, because crypto allows you to tokenize every single product and basically assign like a network ID to it, and the network is open for everybody to see. So if you make a show, like, I don't know, we make the Keeiping at 9,000 show, and we apply like 100 shares to the show, Kev gets 50, I get 50. No matter how many times we sell it, license it, whatever, we have to share out those shares, and we can keep a ledger of who gets those shares, and we can also program in those shares how much of a kickback we get based off of our content. So I feel like, I'm just saying, people need to bring that crypto word back.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
I was just about to say, I was like, bro, that's so dangerous because crypto is such a bad word right now because there's so many people putting trust in X, Y, and Z, man. Crypto got that same kind of outlook right now. Like,
Paul's just trying to recoup on his crypto money that he lost out on.
I'm trying to get mine.
Trying to build shit. Nigga, I got some money in that shit, so I man. Listen, I hear you.
Yo, all I gotta say is, y'all trust $100 bill with a white man's face on it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Who made Dogecoin, Jayquel? Who made Dogecoin?
We don't even know.
Nigga, we give work to this paper, man.
Man, you see, every time one of them gets out there, someone gets packed up and chopped up into 100 pieces. We don't even want to know who publicly made these things, to be honest, bro.
So crypto has its own set of problems. No, seriously. So in regards to crypto, unlike the paper money is backed up by something physical, backed up by gold, silver, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Crypto doesn't have that type of back, so a lot of the powers that be are not gonna rock with it.
Yeah, so that's true.
So that's what that hurdle is gonna be. Yeah. It's gonna be the people that generate control the money. Mm-hmm. They're not fucking with it. So it's only gonna be able to get off the ground, but so much.
You telling me I'm supposed to believe the big corporations gonna give me some money that I can't see? Nah, boy, I ain't trusting them off that at all. They try to steal my likeness and use me forever, and I'm supposed to trust that? Shit.
But fiat currency isn't really backed by anything either. It used to be backed by gold, but now it's just backed by the government.
And our government's backed by debt. So
that's a
spin. It's a fucking spin. It's a fucking spin. Nah.
Yo, this capitalist society we live in, man.
Listen, it's always the fat getting fatter, eh?
Ain't none of these options really looking good.
Nah, not at all. And we not even starting to talk about the US dollar dropping when it comes to going out places, because damn, it hurt us when we went to London.
All right, listen, aliens, if you listening, we need to know what kind of currency you're using.
There we go. That's the content we need.
Convert these paper dollars and these crypto money to alien currency, so I'll be good.
Man, they using
Blerd if you listening.
they using gold, fam.
The irony.
Let me go get my shovel.
They got the real treasury, bro. The U.S. treasury is just owed to the aliens, bro. Area 57, that's the bank right there.
Oh, man, they come to collect.
Y'all still using that paper? Nah, that shit crazy.
Wait, hold on. We're not going to let Jayquel get away with Area 57.
Listen, I believe there's more than one.
Of course there is. You think the only one out there is the one we know? Come on now.
We don't find out stuff until years later. They told there's one.
They already admitting, talking about we had shit for years. They just telling us that. Like, come on.
I didn't realize Jayquel was 6 ahead of the rest of the world. My bad.
Listen, they done moved all the good. When they told us about Area 51, they already moved all the good stuff to Area 57.
Facts.
Well, you know what it was?
Naruto running in Vegas. Yes.
Area 57 was a movie that I saw, bro, but it's based off the same shit as like Area 51. I'm crying.
They got mad bugging shit like that. But nonetheless, I'm gonna close out the off the cuff discussion so we can move on to the next topic. So that's the shit down the AI way strike while summer. All right, so we gonna move into a little nerd and reboot news and stuff like that. So I know you guys are currently watching Zom 100 and stuff like that. Yes, and as of late, Zom 100, I don't know if y'all heard this, but Zom 100 has been hit with like multiple delays. Situations been happening with the studios. They haven't been ready with episodes on time, so they got to push back a week or something like that. Or something's happened and they've had to push back. I think they're on like their possible, I think, 4th or 5th delay so far since the show is dropped so far and stuff like that. And we know it's a new studio, really kind of focusing. Like they've done other works and stuff like that, but I think this is their first like mainline anime that they're working on all their own. And you can see the difference if you watch the show. It looks like different from other stuff with what they. But with this delay that's happened like under like multiple weeks, and they're only in like I think episode 6. Do you think it's like what do you think about like all these delays hitting the show in general? And it's been for like multiple situations. It's been from the studio not ready on time with fixing up the stuff, or something's happening where they have to take a week off or something like that. Like how do you feel about animes that have like delays in their continuations while like others kind of like keep going throughout?
Like, as an anime fan, I want to be like, yo, what the fuck, get y'all shit together. But as a person with empathy, I know how these studios be treating their workers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
we ain't talking about Mappa.
Yeah. So if Mappa's like a big studio and they treating their workers this trash, I doubt that this smaller studio that's doing great work has better work practices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I feel like this is one of those situations where it's kind of like I can forgive it because I know that these people are probably working like the characters in Zom 100 were working in that first episode.
Yeah. But that shit in their heart. That's why they animated the fuck out of them colors.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I get it. It's like it sucks as a fan, but also sometimes it takes a lot of time to be able to produce content that good. Because especially for it not to be a MAPPA, but the animation to be that clean, I'll wait. Like I don't mind waiting for Zom 100.
Shit, we podcasters and y'all work on editing and stuff like that. Y'all keep a pretty clean schedule when it comes to like week to week. But man, it's them editing times that you got to hit on that deadline that get crazy, and we understand that shit very much.
Fam, I'm past the deadline right now.
I hate it,
nigga. Like, co-host can tell you about us trying to catch any kind of deadline. Like editing is crazy.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks behind too, bro. I'm editing tonight to drop some shit that should have been dropped 2 weeks ago.
Shit happens. You never know. You can look in the corner and just find something and be like, shit, now I gotta edit that shit all night.
Yeah, it's a reason I haven't done video yet, because
it's stressful.
I'm not looking forward to it.
It's a different beast, fam. It's a different beast.
Nah, dog. But yeah, bro, like shout out to Bug Films for like, doing their thing with Zom 100. But like, bro, like the quality is like honestly fire, and it's like the consistency that they've had for every episode has been good. So honestly, I'm like, yo, this is an anime that, yes, the manga was popular, I've heard, but like, this is an anime that from the jump got major reception from episode 1. And like, honestly, Demon Slayer didn't even get a reception like that until episode like 17 to 19. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, it's the mere fact that this is dropping on Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Hulu at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. And we talk about like it drops early that Sunday morning. Like they have that shit ready for y'all. That's hard.
That's what I'm saying. So shout out to them, man. They can take as long as they want. They dropped the movie too, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that live action. Yeah, I'm like a quarter through that right now. It's type fire, not gonna lie too. But yo, like
it covers up to what's on. Like they dropped it at the right time. I watched it. It covers up to exactly like where we at, but it differentiates it. It gives us that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But yeah, yo, like. Man, they gotta keep doing what they're doing. Like editing's hard, production is hard, and they sometimes if they really running week to week, bro, they was not ready. They was not ready to do a whole serialized at least 12 weeks.
It's one of those things that on paper it looked good, but in distribution, it was like, nah, this
bag. I mean, they getting that bag. They better hope I hope they get a fat bag so they get that season renewal so they can hire all the smaller studios to help them with their work, or get some AI tools to help out. Don't talk about it.
Oh my god.
Shit looking beautiful, and you gonna throw in AI already? Damn.
Yo,
They gonna have niggas switch up on them real fast. They gonna be like, shit, man. Nah,
I can see this is gonna be one of the polarizing episodes. I can see it now.
All right, so off of that news, now I personally want to know how y'all feel about this, but like, so we just came back for the whole DreamCon shenanigans and stuff like that, and y'all seen what was happening on DreamCon. What's y'all thoughts on not going this year and trying to go? Y'all trying to go next year?
yeah. I think that honestly, like, things just didn't line up because we had like previous engagements, like prior engagements during the same weekend as DreamCon. But bro, like, I've never had such a feeling of FOMO, bro. Like, that shit was crazy.
Last year hit us bad. That's why we said we was on it this year, and boy, did we not regret that shit at all. Nigga, when I tell you DreamCon, y'all got to be in the building. Y'all got to be where the networking and all these opportunities and all this shit, y'all got to be in this building. Like, it is such, for us to know, and not even going in, that last year they went from 6,000 to 22,000. Like 90%.
That's crazy.
Black people, bro. Black shenanigans go off.
That's lovely.
We made so many networking opportunities and stuff like that. Met folk and stuff like that. It's a lovely array. Like, y'all got to. It's one of those things where y'all got to be in the building for all the shit.
They created the HSBCU of black.
Nah, bro.
They got the whole yard show going crazy.
No lie. They was strolling in that shit in the anime fits and a whole bunch of shit. Like, it got the shenanigans went off, guys.
Nah, it was lit.
There was people hosting panels that came up to me and started talking like that JoJo fan talking a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I didn't even notice there was a guy that dead ass came out from hosting this thing, and we went to, I think, what was it? It was like Whose Line Is It Anywhere for Anime Edition. We went through a whole stuff like that. We came out of that, and we met. I ran into this host and stuff like that. He saw I was wearing a JoJo fit and stuff like that, and he was grilling me on my favorite JoJo stuff and stuff like that. And we was connecting off rip about that, and then he was like, "Did you just go to my panel and stuff like?" I was like, "No, I didn't even know you was hosting something like that." And he was like hosting it down something. So it's like you run into any kind of people or any kind of like anybody hosting and stuff like that, and you just connect right off the bat. I didn't know this guy out of nowhere. He just came up to me and we started talking like we've been brothers for years. Like, that's the kind of shit you get out there.
That anime improv panel we went to,
that shit was hilarious.
Stuck in my brain, yo.
Oh, hell yeah. That shit. Nah, the getting, I will never forget the fact that somebody got an improv and somebody from the crowd gave them the suggestion of the character that they're the bronze kneecap from
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, from Fairly Odd Parents. This nigga did not know his character, and he said the whole time, he was like, sometimes I betray him because his ankles break sometimes and shit like that. This nigga thought he was LeBron's kneecap. It blew my mind because I never thought that shit. LeBron's kneecap. Yo, son, it's only black people that can come out with this kind of creativity off the rip, because he didn't know his character, and he fully went into it. He said, sometimes I betray, sometimes I break that man in the middle of court and shit like that. He be balling in there. We was mad confused. We was like, what you mean? He was like, I don't know my character. I really thought I was LeBron's kneecap. We all lost it in there.
Bruh.
Those are iconic moments you get.
Don't forget about the anomaly that was Johnny Bravo.
Nigga, there was this white guy that showed up and started raising up the black woman for, and he pulled out the mean Johnny Bravo style. Like, yo, son, the people that wasn't black up in that con knew their place in their shenanigans. That was so funny. But it was so beautiful that like, I'm telling you, 90% of that con was definitely black.
Nah, that's fire.
That's fire, bruh. Nah, I'm really sad I didn't get to go too. Cause Jay and I planned to go. We were talking about it early last year, but then me and my other friends were like, "Yo, we trying to go to Spain this summer."
Yeah, I heard you just came back from trip.
Yeah, so I ended up going to Spain, and then DreamCon was literally the weekend after, and so I couldn't do that at work.
To repack them bags is crazy.
Yeah, I could not do that. But nah, we definitely got to make it happen again next year, and we're also like trying to figure out, because we're going to Anime NYC this fall too, so we're trying to figure out like new creative ways to do content in these places too. So nah, Jeff, definitely look out for Keeping the 9,000 at DreamCon. It has to happen. happen.
Bro, I'm telling y'all can make so many moves. Hell, we was in the airport coming back from Texas, going back home, and we saw people in the airport pulling out their interview mics and shit like that. They was interviewing all kinds of celebs. People who was working with Kodansha. Like, yo, this year they got so many high level sponsors from Kodansha, Viz Media and shit like that. The creator of Boondocks was in there explaining a whole bunch of stuff like that. He was talking about back in the day because he was the voice of Thugnificent. I think they had Carl Jones in there. He was talking about how everybody was thinking it was booty butt cheeks, but when he wrote it, it was move them butt cheeks.
Really?
Yeah, he said he wrote it originally. He said he wrote it as move them butt cheeks, but it got through translation and stuff like that. It moved around to booty butt cheeks, but he said it don't matter about butt cheeks anyway.
That's fantastic.
Wait, on that note, have y'all seen the Japanese dub of the Boondocks?
The during the nigga moment, yeah.
Bro, that shit is actually hilarious. Like that's crazy how they let them say the N-word too, bro. Like on script, that's a legit dub. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean they wanted to be super authentic with this shit.
Yo, man, but they doing it up, man. Shout out to RDC World and like all the other organizations adjacent to that. Because like honestly, I'm so happy that there's a convention where people who look like us could really just come out and celebrate and go crazy. Because like, when I'm in NOA NYC, I felt like, there is already a heavy like, Black and like POC kind of like presence at those conventions, but it's just not said. But if there's a convention that highlights on that,
it's not specifically for us. I'm telling you, these panel rooms and stuff like that, they was made with a tinge of a whole bunch of shit, like who anime cookouts and this and that, who's secretly black and this and that. Like, bro, there was so many panels and so many like events and shit like that feels so authentic to us and personal and shit like that. It felt so.
That's fire. I can't wait for next year.
Yo, shit, like there was the shout outs to Ashify that these ladies created anime scented perfumes and scents and stuff like that, all like to a genre of specific, so you can get scents from Yu Yu Hakusho or scents from Dragon Ball Z or scents from
I'm not trying to smell that Dragon Ball Z one, fam.
Yo,
man, what you mean? I'm trying to smell Homer's titties. What you mean?
No, it wasn't. It's not bad.
It's not bad because we left with a couple. I got the spirit gun from Yu Yu Hakusho. Still using that shit. That shit is elite. Like these black women knew what they was doing when they was cooking up in these labs and stuff like that. They was cooking up various like scents and shit like that. I love it. So shout outs to them. They was doing the big thing, and they understood the assignment that they didn't want this con to be stinky. They was making sure.
Not a fuck to be found.
Bro, son, the con was it's the best smelling con ever. And 22,000 people.
We cannot state that enough.
Bro, if that ain't a selling point.
That's what sold me the year prior. Everybody came back and they was like, not a stank was in the air. I was like, God damn, I gotta go. And that's when 6,000 people was there. Now it's 22,000 people. Everybody smelling good.
That's funny as shit. They was giving out deodorant with the lanyards.
Nigga.
They got the Axe sponsorship, fucking Old Spice sponsorship. Like, yo. We got kits for everybody.
Listen, the what they were selling in the small vial will last you a hot minute, and that shit was $12. If you wasn't at the con to spend at least $12 on that shit, and they had deals and shit like that, man, you was they was definitely trying to work that out. But definitely, y'all need to go. Y'all need to pull up. Y'all need to pull up next year.
Nah, we outside.
Right?
Definitely.
Group picture of all the New York City podcast.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Beautiful.
Fast, man.
So on the next docket, we got. So how y'all feel? Now that y'all seen all the stuff that's going around on TikTok and Twitter and everything, I want to talk to y'all about the phenomenon of One Piece talking about Gear 5, especially with the last episode with 1072 coming out and stuff like that, and what you've seen. I know, Kev, you said you've constantly said on your podcast that you haven't caught up with One Piece and stuff like that, but nonetheless, I mean, there's no avoiding it on all the social medias and stuff like that. So you've seen all the images of both 1071 and 1072. How y'all feel about the phenomenon that people have been hyping up and people have been giving praise and stuff like that? Do you think it was overhyped with the look of it, or do you think that animators came out in full force to work on them last 2 episodes in a fall?
Nah, I think it was cool. I'm on Impel Down right now, so I am deep behind.
You're still in the smoke. Impel Down was fire.
Yeah, it was. It's fire, but like I'm at the point of One Piece where I'm like, should I keep watching it, or should I just be a hater and be like, nah, I tried and it's over? But then I saw Gear 5. I haven't seen the episode, but I've seen so many clips, so many TikToks, so many reels, so many like YouTube videos
unavoidable
of it out on the internet. And I'm like, fam, if the animation quality gets this good, I gotta keep going. So that, and to see it like break Crunchyroll for a good minute, that was crazy to me, because like I think it was the first time in history that Crunchyroll got shut down because of an anime episode release.
I think it might have happened. Did it happen with Super when they did the Ultra Instinct? I know they was hyping it up like it was. Super. I think they was hyping it up like it was a wrestling match. Like they had that poster of Goku versus Jiren for like a hot minute. I don't know if it completely shut it down. I feel like over the time Crunchyroll like can see the over the horizon of shit happening, and they needed to fix their system more and more. So I don't think it happened as badly as it did like prior when Super hit it like a brick. But like they definitely got the commotion like rock with the women.
Yeah, I just think it's fire. Like and I think it's fire for more than just it being One Piece. I think it's fire for it being anime. Like the One Piece Gear 5 drop shows us really not how many, but shows us the potential of how many anime fans there are in the world. And there are a lot, fam. And like I remember, because I'm like 28, 29 right now. I'm not even gonna give away the secret sauce to let you know how really old I am. I'm 28, 29 right now. But bruh, like to be able to like see anime come for it was when I was a child. And now it's to the point where it's literally culturally relevant. You can't, if you mention anime to somebody, they know what it is. They may have opinions about it, be it positive, be it negative, but they know what it is. Back in the past, in the early 2000s and the late 90s, you couldn't really say that about it. But now it's like it has its own niche in pop culture. And what happened with Year 5 proves that to be true, which I think is like one of the best things ever.
So what you're telling me is, you remember back in the days, when you had that one homie who like didn't watch sports, but was like, oh yeah, I know LeBron won last night. Now you're gonna have that one homie in anime talking about, oh yeah, I know Ichigo got his new form, bro. Shit was crazy. I ain't watch it though.
That's facts.
Yeah, the fact that anime is mainstream now is still wild.
It made me proud, yo. I look out and I mean, you look at like Times Square billboards and shit like that, filling shit up, and you like, damn, I remember when you had to keep that shit low.
Facts.
Honestly, I'm happy I'm not a new anime fan, yo.
Yeah, there'd be so much catching up to do.
Yeah.
Bro, I still got shit to catch up to. I've been watching anime since I was like 5.
Who the fuck don't got a list that they're neglecting right now?
Bro, it's a never-ending list, bro.
It's always, but yeah. So all right, so getting off of that news, I want I saw that you guys had the panel. So the panel passed last week, right?
Yeah, it was last weekend.
Okay, so I want y'all to talk about how was the panel.
I thought the panel was really good. It was like such a blessing and honor to be able to like be invited out to a con and like speak, because like me and Kev were kind of just coming off the fact that we didn't get a chance to go to like to DreamCon. And then I was like, yo, like when Kev showed me that thing was in the DM, I was like, yo, that's such a great opportunity. Like we might as well do it and see what's up. So we pulled up. We went all the way out to Staten Island. Shout out Staten Island.
Yeah, I saw that shit. So it's what was the con? Gowase Con?
So Gowase Con is a an anime convention organized by it's like the Muslim sister organization of Staten Island. I'm forgetting the full name, but that's essentially the gist of the organization. And they basically put on the con to help connect the nerd Blerd community together in Staten Island for the culture. So they had like things such as like they had like different cultural performances. They were trying to really connect to Japanese culture at this con. So they had like the Hanamatsuri performance. They had like someone doing like live like covers of like anime openings and things like that. Then they had like a whole bunch of different cool vendors and stuff. It was sick.
Yeah, aerobatics too. Like they had people who were doing literal, like they were just jumping in the air doing like dope anime like type flying type shit.
That's what's up. Wow.
Nah, it was cool. And they had like other panels over there as well. It was definitely an interesting experience because it was a smaller con. It's an up and coming con. Like they're definitely starting. And to be some of the people who were just there at the beginning of it, to see like exactly what they had to offer and what the people who were going to that con enjoyed was really fire. Because even with us, this was like our first panel doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna talk like shout outs to y'all for not only being invited for something, but like y'all are having collaboration time because it's this and the Anitomo that you guys was collaborating with as well.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting because we've been doing this podcast for what, just a little over 2 years now, Jayquel?
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years and some change.
Yeah, two years and some change, and we've hit like blips of moments where we're like, oh, we're experiencing growth, and each time we hit a new blip of experiencing growth, we have like another there's like a big like connection that goes along with it. You know what I mean? So it's like once we hit a couple of 100 followers, we had a lot more people reach out to us to do interviews. Then once we hit like 1,000 followers, we had way more people paying attention and actively like interacting in our comments. And now we're at like and these are all like Instagram numbers. Now we're at we're over 6,000 followers.
6,600, yeah, something like that.
Getting crazy.
The growth is moving, and like every time, the more we grow, the more we have like the opportunity to do something new and fun with the podcast.
See,
which
that's
is like my favorite
that's
part
why
about
people like to get into this game and shit like that. That's kind of the upward momentum that you like to see. You see the numbers go up, and then you start to hear the calls for people to get you in places and opportunities, shit like that. That's when you start running your shit and get the word out there, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you know, like even with like the numbers, like a lot of the quantitative feedback is good, like seeing numbers and metrics and everything. But I'm also just very appreciative of like the qualitative feedback that comes with that. Like, you know, someone commented the other day about one of our videos. They were like, yo, this is the first time you guys said something positive on the show in mad long. I don't know if it's the guest or y'all niggas actually changing your tone, but I was like, you know, that's actually good feedback that, like, you know, I actually look at and say, okay, cool. Like, you know, when we talk and we do our tone, which stance are we taking when we make our questions and shit? I mean, at the end of the day, we still don't keep our opinions. It's the end of the podcast. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that type of feedback because that shows me, like, you know, more of what the crowd wants. What sometimes, you know, what we can do better so that we can build a better product and kind of like connect to more people within the industry so that we could, like, you know, have more great opportunities hopefully in the future, you know?
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this. What is your origin story?
Oh, yes.
Dun.
There you go.
So boom, it started because we was in we grew up in the South Bronx. We went to this elementary school by Yankee Stadium, and me and Kev was just both some black homies in a class full of mad Spanish heads, bro, mad Latino kids, right? And right, so boom, there's that. So there's probably maybe 5-10 black kids in the class. So that's one thing. Two, me and Kev were both kids who was interested in like, you know, like drawing and like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. So then it was just that natural connection for all the, like, you know, I guess like the term now is blurred, right? So all the blurred kids and like all the art hoes kind of like linked together and kind of had like, you know, like a little like community and shit like that. So me and Kev became boys off of that. And then Kev, you want to tell more of the story? You want to, you know, keep it going?
100%. So essentially the podcast existed before there was a podcast, because we would just talk about like all of these animes and like share our opinions at like lunch with all our other friends that were really into anime. And so we always had that vibe going on. And just as we grew up and became adults, like we went to the same middle school, but then when high school happened, we went our own separate paths.
That's when me and Jay me and Jay know each other.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. I met you like first week of high school type shit. I remember that.
Yeah, man. When you was giving them sprites and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, facts.
I was hustling sprites, of course.
Yeah, always flipping $1. You feel me?
Yeah, man. They respected Jay Hustle for all that time. We went to high school and college.
That's fast.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so eventually down the line, we became full-grown adults, got jobs, and then the pandemic happened. Once the pandemic happened, I was like, all right, I need some mics. Yeah, I was like, I need some way to keep myself sane. And my way of keeping myself sane was by starting to learn how to like podcast, and around that learning how to edit audio, edit video, and all of that. And Jayquel was one of the guests that I had early on in my podcast. And at the end of the episode, he was like, yo, we should actually this is fun. We should do something creative. And I was like, all right, cool. We should definitely do that. I remember a couple of weeks went by. I was like, yo, what do you think about making an anime podcast?
Yes, sir. And then we followed through that. We followed through with that because I remember like prior to that, like around like maybe like 2019 or 2018, I was trying to get my boys to start doing like anime skits, but none of them niggas actually watch anime. So they was like, nah, bro, this shit kind of whack. Like, who you trying to be, RDC World? I'm like, nah, nigga. Like, I thought the game was kind of lit. So I was like, fuck it, like, you know. So I still had that fire to kind of do something related to anime. And then when like, you know, when me and Kev kind of linked on that, I was like, yo, we gotta make this shit happen. Like, we have to do something anime related because we legit already put like at that point like a little over 15 15 years into the anime community. We might as well, right?
100%. Yeah, and along with that, we noticed the direction that anime was moving in. Because before the pandemic, anime was definitely popular, but the pandemic literally boosted it because people had nothing else to do. Yeah.
Facts.
And so the amount of new anime fans that the pandemic literally created, we started noticing that via just the engagement on social media and how like it was just blowing up.
Fandoms got such a boost during the pandemic.
That's a fact, a major fact. And we wanted to be a part of the conversation, not only be a part of the conversation, but to interact with people who enjoyed the medium the way that we enjoy the medium. And so we decided to make the podcast. It took us a while to come up with the name, and Jayquel can break that down on how we got it.
Oh yeah, so I mean, me and Kev was like, we was going back and forth. We was taking phone calls. We set up like one time we set up like a trial episode, and then we kept like calling in to try to do like some virtual episodes and kind of get the format of the show going. So after like right before we I think we had just published, or not published, but we had just prepped like our like first official 3 episodes, which I guess we didn't know was gonna be our first 3 at that time. I was like, yo, honestly, I was driving. I think I was going to a shorty's crib or something. I was like, yo, hold up, yo, me and Kev always keep it 100 with each other. And then you know, like one thing about Dragon Ball Z is that it's over 9,000. So like imagine like keeping it 9,000. I called Kev. I was going like, I was about to hop on the highway. I had to make sure I hit Kev like instantly, like, yo, bro, I got the name. That's it. Like, we good. We about to brand this shit and take off. Like, let's get this money. Like, it was crazy.
Bruh, nah, that's a fact. And we were struggling with names, fam. Like, we had a list of like 60 trash names.
Listen, man, we got our origins with names as well. Workshopping some shit that came literally at the last minute, right, guys?
Listen, our origins are so similar.
Yeah.
It's bro, I'm listening to this.
Every time I hear you guys talking, your starting origin is the way how we feel about our starting origin, because we started to cook this shit during the pandemic as well.
And so originally the name of this podcast was going to be A Blerd State of Mind.
Yup.
Checked everywhere. Make sure Twitter handles, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. We're getting ready to launch. I happened to do my double checks. I checked YouTube on the Blerd State of Mind with 2 black creators.
Damn.
And it was years ago. They haven't touched this in years, but still, it's just the fact that it was out there.
I was just like,
And this is after like a year. We trial run doing episodes week in, week out on the all throughout the pandemic for like a solid year. So we were starting in 2020, and then by 2021 we was ready to post anything out. The week we was ready to post thing out, we found the name and we was like, oh shit, we gotta change everything now.
Damn.
My all this time, during that time, the whole year, we're searching, we're double checking, we're checking. It was like,
yo, that's crazy. And that's why, like, yo, for me, every time I have like an idea for a project or something, and I feel like I got a name, I make all the handles instantly, bro. Emails, handles, YouTubes. I own all that IP because I'm like, yo, no one is taking this. I will sit on this shit for years, bro. I got domains that I pay for yearly that I sit on, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, did all of that. Just happened to check YouTube as the last stop. So I still have the Twitter handle. Still have the Instagram handle. I still have the Facebook handle.
Got that YouTube.
All that shit had to change.
That
shit was crazy.
I mean, yo, at that point, I would just hit those brothers up like, hey, like, I don't know if y'all doing anything with your pod, but you know, like, we got.
It was like I think on the YouTube, what was it, like 7 or 9 years? They haven't touched updated nothing, but it's just the mere fact that it was out there. It was like, oh fuck.
The fact that it existed, and I was just like, it is 2 brothers. I was like,
yo, it really be like that, bro.
I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I told Nick, I was like, bro, this is what happened.
We spent that we spent that next week. We was like, nah, we got to push everything back about a solid week. Yeah. We workshopping names hard.
Facts. Yo, I feel like an alternative name for keeping it 9,000 probably would have been like Shonen with my Bronin.
Yeah. I feel all right. So next on the reboot news docket. So I wanted to get y'all opinions on the stuff that the West is doing when it comes to, because have you been seeing the latest trends of movies since about, I want to say 2018 with Spider-Verse and stuff like that? The West has come back with some of their animation that is taking the world by storm, and I'm talking about like movies like Spider-Verse, the last Puss in Boots movie, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've started to go on a more comic style that's really have taken notice of. Like, what's your thoughts on like the comic book art style of like that they've been doing?
Jayquel, I know how much you love animated content that comes from the West. You could take this one first.
I'm crying, yo. Yo, I mean, shit. What have I seen? I've seen the Spider-Verse movies. I do want to see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
It's good.
I'm really a fan of like the Spider-Verse and everything that's related to that. I think that it's a cool concept. I think that stylistically, the way they execute it is very well. Like they have a lot of different art directors making sure that they maintain the consistency of like the entire project. And I don't know, I think it's hot, especially since like right now we kind of have like two Spider-Man series going like congruently at the same time. Like you have like the Spider-Verse, but you also have like concurrently you also have the other Spider-Man Tom Holland joint. Yeah, so like, you know, shout out to Big New York, is that Marvel, right? Marvel brand. Yeah. Sorry, that's one thing about me, guys. I really don't know shit about Marvel DC. I'm really bad at that.
Yeah,
but
it's all good.
But yeah, like I love that. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog was like what? That was real life, right? That was like live action.
That was a mixture of that.
I have not seen that yet, but I seen the clips, like the trailers and shit, and you know, even that the 3D on that was kind of nice. So I think that
I think the West is punching up with this. I think the West hasn't been in the game of looking this good when it came to like anime or alternatives for like a long time. I think this is West actually saying something about the animation game, and for them to get getting Japan looking at the sort of stuff that they're working on and get interested in it is a long time coming.
Yeah, the West is doing their thing right now.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean, we've always had like on the low fire animated movies, but the reason why they were fire wasn't because of the animation, and now it's because of the animation. I mean, unless you look at things like Pixar and like DreamWorks, like those have always been fire, but it's always been mainly fire because of the story, you know?
But now people are arguing that kind of style is getting passé because of this new style. They're like, now all the Pixar stuff look way too similar. All the DreamWorks stuff too similar because they've been pumping out these movies for like years on end. Now that we have this new animation style that people have misshapen and formed to like their own, this comic book styles have stretched out. Like if you're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, their style when you watch the movie, it's under the comic book style genre, but they take it in a certain way as like it looks like scribbles that was done by like a 14-year-old because they're trying to put you in the aesthetic of being an actual teenage, which is nice to that. Or you talk about the Puss in Boots stuff where they take the same comic style, but it's under like how you have fairy tales and stuff like that, how you have illustrations. So it works with that. Spider-Verse is more comic book because it's from a comic book series. Like they're taking that style and moving it and shaping it the way it is due to the genre, which is super cool.
No, I think it's super cool too. Yeah, and especially with the Spider-Verse movies, how it's not just like styled like a comic book in the sense of like the picture of it. It's literally like every single aspect of it. Like there's certain things that you will only see drawn in a comic book, but they've applied it to like, because Spider-Verse is, I don't think it's like fully 3D, but it has 3D aspects in it. Yeah. They've applied it to the Spider-Verse. And it's like, you would only literally see this on comic books. And when they animated comic books back in the day, you wouldn't see like the shading of the faces the way they do it. But now it's like all applied. And I think that fits really well. And especially to make it be done as a stylistic choice and for it to work with every step of the way that they do it through the animation is definitely dope. I think it's good. I've always been a fan of like Western animated shows and movies as well. So for me, it doesn't feel like such a drastic change, but I can see how the way you're describing it, I can see how like it is definitely bringing some new flavor and shining a light on the West. I think it's pretty cool.
Definitely for them to be head up of the conversation, kind of a long time coming. A lot of that's so. Next on the news docket, I wanted to talk to you guys about in general. I hear in y'all podcasts talk about it all the time, but Bleach's new series and stuff like that, and the growth of them taking on the 1,000-year blood war and stuff like that, and just what's your opinions on its return and this latest season and just them incorporating all this stuff and the growth of Bleach and stuff like that. Like how y'all feel about what's going on right now?
Big comeback energy. That's all I gotta say to start it off. Big comeback energy. But Kev cooked that.
That's a fact. In the beginning, I was really upset that it took this long for the 1,000-year blood war arc to come out. But now taking more time to think about it, I'm like, this is literally the best time for it to come out. One reason is just like the animation level is top tier, fam. Like it is so fucking good. And on top of that, you can be as gory as you want to be in anime now. I remember when we were younger, longer, like if we got Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc after the last arc came out, we would not be able to get the gore and like the rawness of it that we get now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, facts.
100%.
Bro,
And-
I don't know if y'all remember this, but like I want to say like the 2013 and stuff like that, where there was simultaneously like gory anime coming, but there was like a weird censor that was going on where they was cutting a lot of gory stuff and they showing black screens and stuff like that. It cut off the tension of a lot of anime that dropped, like Terraform Mars and stuff like that had like a weird censoring issue and stuff like that. So yeah, you're right. This is the perfect time because they'll show you.
And
That's a fact.
And that's probably because that at that time anime was still categorized in that same category cartoon. Anime was for kids, so those same still apply.
Yeah. Now it stands on its own as like its own independent like medium of content. It's anime. This isn't a cartoon, and it can be as gory as they want it to be. And I'm not even like the biggest fan of gore in anime, but when it comes to Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, but it just all fits. Like this is a literal war. People are losing their lives. People are getting holes blasted through their chest, and they're showing it and animating it so well. The story is being done because I read the manga when I was a child. I finished reading the manga when I was in middle school, and the story is like it's essentially like a 1-for-1. It's like they just took the manga panel and just animated it. And there's very few moments that you see animes do that with the content that they received the information from, and for them to be able to do it this well and to keep the fan base happy is fire. Obviously there's haters out there, but they missing a good thing.
Facts. I agree with that, yo. I feel like another thing is like when it comes to like the adaptations of like manga to anime, a lot of things get messed up with the pacing due to budget and production. But I really feel like they really took the time to plan out like their full rollout of the entire rest of the series. So everything is really just intentional. Like there's gonna be probably just no missteps on how they produce this anime from episode 1 to episode whatever the last episode is on the episode list. So it's really a lit time to be an anime fan, especially like an OG anime fan who's like read like Bleach as it was coming out weekly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, like, I was trying to defend Bleach for so long in the group chat because people would just be like, bro, like, Bleach is trash. That's why it stopped. I'm like, bro, I don't know what happened. The manga sales just wasn't hitting. That's why it didn't get renewed for a long time.
Bleach in the black community went crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody around, if you knew, yo, hoodies and hood niggas would know about Bleach. Yo, like they would just come out of nowhere and be like, y'all know about them niggas with swords? Like, yeah, man.
Facts.
And
I was gonna say like the difference between Bleach from like the other big three, like Naruto and One Piece, is that like Bleach has always been on 10. Like Bleach has always been raw since like the beginning.
The first episode, niggas was leaking.
Exactly, compared to like Naruto and like One Piece, where I feel like they got their moments, but like it's never that crazy.
Yeah, and my last point about the 1,000-Year Blood War arc adaptation is, they are not hoeing us with the timeline. Like they gave us one core during the fall, and they were like, "All right, you getting the next one during the summer." Winter.
They said
winter
what? 52 episodes and all, and they was definitely working shot. I don't know if y'all seen so far the background of what they've done with like the latest couple of episodes, but they are bigging up black artists like a motherfucker. Anytime you hear some different kind of music going down, I just saw a post that showed like it's mad black artists. Nobody's gonna raise up black artists like the Bleach series.
Let's get it.
They've had that gospel choir in there forever, and now they are definitely working all these black artists. Like the black music, the R&B style and shit like that is going crazy.
They're doing it.
I'm for it, bro. I want to see more black people in that space, like the anime music space, especially like with like the openings. Like I got a homeboy. Shout out to my bro Kazo. He's a good friend of mine. He's a half black, half Japanese rapper out there in Japan. He's signed, so I really want to see if he could really like get into an anime, because that's one of his dreams, is to like get an anime opening. And I feel like they traditionally always give it to like the same like 5 bands. Like everybody knows Aqua Times, everybody knows what's it called, Asian Kung Fu Generation. Like we need some new heroes and some new inspiration in that side of the industry. So I'm for everything with that, man. Like let's get it all. Plus Bleach part of the culture. Let's be real. Ichigo also quarter black.
Oh, fact.
He quarter everything.
Just because he a hollow.
He quarter everything. He find out next week he got some relative up in there.
Listen, he might get with Piccolo.
Facts.
It's like, you didn't know you had a Tim in your soul too.
Bro, there's a reason he's that dripped out. Come on,
right.
Ichigo goes down. Where did these black Air Forces come from? Oh, you found them.
Right?
But that ass though, Bleach is definitely like the swaggiest anime out of the big three though. He definitely get that up to it.
I will say,
yeah, because you got old Conehead, what's his name? Old Traffic Cone Naruto in his suit, and homeless Luffy.
Your man's in Boruto. They trying to give us high fashion now, though. They trying to give us high fashion.
Nah, Boruto got drip though. Stop playing.
Boruto coming in with high fashion.
Yo, stop playing. Yo, you
bro, it's the new leaks. Yo, everybody looking high. Yo, niggas is talking about Hot Topic. Niggas is saying they dressing that damn thing, man. They coming in with drips, man.
They heard the voices.
Slander.
They heard it. Slander. They heard it.
Yo, it's so crazy. It got so crazy that I feel like the new manga series, they literally revised the character design that they originally put in the beginning of the preview. Like everything that you saw in like that little time skip in the beginning, that's all redone. But I'm for that. Like I'm all with changing your shit up and making it better, yo. Like give us a better product, yo.
I don't mind looking good. Like shit. Like keep it rocking for sure.
Facts.
So my last note on Bleach is that man, Yama ain't served.
They violated
They violated him for real.
Who, Gary Osai?
Yes.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
I mean, that he just got his get back, bro. You out here killing all the Quincy's, so you know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta spin the block one time for the one time. Don't think they demons ain't coming for you, bro. they coming for you.
True.
Jaegerish.
Yo. Nah, they was definitely on that area.
Spin the block season is in full effect.
Because they ran up through there. They was like, I bet. All
right. So next on the news docket, y'all heard about they working on a Bruce Lee anime coming out next year?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's exciting.
Yeah, man. Like we said, you said it was the right time for a whole bunch of these series and stuff like that. A Bruce Lee anime sound like a very long time coming, but with the people that's working on it, his daughter's working on it and shit like that, and I can't imagine the crazy animation they got cooking up for that or what work on that coming out and that news coming out like left field is super popular.
Yeah,
especially
you want to do with that.
Especially like just story wise, like Bruce Lee's story and his like philosophy is very akin to like anime just in general. Like he was always about just like going with the flow and making sure like you're following the correct path, and so be able to like take some of the lessons. And he even like wrote a book, I think it's called like The Way of Water or some shit like that. But to be able to take like his lessons and apply it into an anime that's about him, I think it's something that just has to work. If it fails, then that's all on the creator.
This Bruce Lee is a noticeable name. Just like if anybody's not even slightly into anime, it's just so to be like, oh, it's a Bruce Lee thing and it's animated. That's not fun.
Exactly.
I'm excited for it, man.
Next up, how y'all feel about the have y'all seen any episodes of the Kenshin reboot?
Oh, have I? Bro, I just watched the latest episode today.
Yeah, me too.
Shit, all I gotta say is my boy almost went full Batosai again on these bitches. Stop playing. Man, I got a lot of words for that anime, yo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When they said they was rebooting shit for the newer generation, I wasn't too sure if they was gonna catch the gritty nature and shit like that of it. But nah, bro, they doing the damn thing. The generation that brought us like Demon Slayer and shit like that has definitely influenced newer samurai anime and stuff like that, because they going in with that damn shit. That animation, fucking like his swords. I like that the mere fact that the reverse blade sword is different in the concept of the way how he strikes sound like whips. Sound like he whipping these niggas, man.
Facts, bro. Like,
40 lashes on your bitch ass.
Facts, bro. Yo. That shit was crazy.
Listen, better stop playing with my OG. But Tosai the manslayer, he not playing out here.
Nah, he not, bro. Shit. Facts. I'm not a killer no more, but you gonna turn me. Just like the reverse blade sword switching up.
Yo, and it's lit because like right now, like they could actually animate all his fucking blade work. Because you know, back in the day, it's frame by frame. You wasn't getting much. You was just getting the cut and then like 100 random lines in the air type shit. Like now we really getting all the moves, bro. Like it's crazy.
I need this to do well so they can continue, because I know I kind of feel like I know exactly where they're gonna stop at if you see the opening and shit like that. So I feel like if this shit does well, then they going greenlit the season 2, and then the season 2 is the real famous part of Rurouni Kenshin like that. So that's gonna get to really cooking and shit like that.
Oh, cooking, was that used purposely? You talking about the burn victim?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Shit.
listen.
Boy, Shishio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, listen, big tops to that. Top crazy story. Big.
I'm praying to the anime god. Please don't promise that. Please don't promise.
Oh hell no!
Season 2.
We talked about this once before.
Do not do that to me.
We talked about this once before, but it's the monkey's paw of hoping an anime gets a season 2, but it either takes too long or they switch studios or something like that. And then when you finally get to season 2, you're not that interested in it because shit has gone so left.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing with like a series like Rurouni Kenshin. Honestly, like if I'm gonna be real, if I could do Kenshin right, I would either give it 52 not 52 episodes, because there's a lot of episodes, right? But I would give it like you seen like how they did the Digimon Adventure reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it like that type of pacing, like like really try to get everything out as concise as possible, or go the route of just doing multiple movies with just like different chapters of the story, so that like the quality of the story is not lost, and kind of like that whole back and forth between like trying to get it animated, or like maybe they're gonna rush a whole entire second season and put 5 seasons in 1 season. I hope they don't do that, bro. That shit is too goated, bro. They made too much money off that IP to like violate it like that.
You know what's funny? It's because the 4 live action movies that they did, which was phenomenal out here. I'm talking about the 4P for Rurouni Kenshin.
I seen all them fire.
Yeah, they did great, and they covered the entire story in those 4 movies pretty much.
Yo, it's like that's what I'm saying. So I feel like if they could have did that in like anime form instead of doing a serialized show, I feel like they might have been on a better rollout for it. You feel me? But I mean, shit. Nonetheless,
if
shout
they
out to
keep up the
Kenshin
same
Himura.
energy that they doing right now for like the multiple other seasons, like if they get greenlit for the season 2, if they greenlit for the 3 to finish off the mark, then they'll be good as long as they keep the same shit got working on right now.
Facts. Have you noticed the random quality drops in the episodes though, or is that just me? Like sometimes they low key kind of low budget a few of the scenes in this latest anime, bro.
I think obviously they saving it for the crucial moments and shit like that where shit go crazy. So I think I definitely, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not trying to tell of like the walking around as much and stuff like that. Like they definitely trying to save for the shit that people coming for, the shit that you'll see on TikTok.
Yo, facts. And you know what's crazy? They actually did something that not many people caught when they set the ages for Kenshin and Kaoru. They made them older. I was like, yo, niggas know they was about to get in trouble.
That shit on rip, and I was like, bro, that first episode and she was like, how old are you? I was like, nigga, this has been a question for years.
They was like CYA mode.
They knew what they was doing.
Good, because the artist, the creator of it, he got some, he got a dark background.
Something about children. He was like, we ain't playing that.
They had to retcon that.
We're not playing that. We already controversial enough, and niggas is already thinking.
Exactly. It was like, all right, let's just get this out the way.
Yep. All right, so last few news so we can get into the main event. Right off the rip, they announced recently that they dropping a Last Ronin video game for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is going to be adapting probably the darkest comic on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's going to be fine. They started releasing the teaser, but they said they're years off of making it. They trying to make like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series with one turtle. The basis of the story is he's the last turtle left and shit like that. They trying to do a God of War style, so that shit gonna be crazy.
That's
so they trying to cook that up. So big shout outs to that. What else? Docket. And today on the level of nostalgia and shit like that, a couple of months ago Netflix put out the Power Ranger 30th anniversary and stuff like that, and they had like some of the old cast come back and stuff like that. Today they just released the trailer of Cosmic Fury for the new Power Rangers, and they bringing back old favorites like Billy from Mighty Morphin and Lord Zed and stuff like that. So that's them coming back and trying to get people back on the fandom. They using the same energy they did from the anniversary, and people want to come back into the new series, see what's popping. So that's it for nerd and reboot news, and we can finally shift over. It's time for the main event. the main event segment, what we all here to discuss. We have Keeping It 9000 with us, and we are going to talk about Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, episode 1-2.
Let's get it.
Let's kick it off with some fast fact history real quick. So right off the rip, I got some notes. We got this anime that was running from October 2000, September 2007 with 50 episodes docket by TMS Entertainment, TV Tokyo, and Classic Funimation Channel would hit you right on the docket when you start there. Currently streaming on Hulu, shonen anime, and to the nitty gritty, it's a story like Karate Kid of a kid being pulled and learned martial arts to protect themselves and shenanigans training. Basic outline of the series before we step. So anybody got any more fast facts or some interesting information about the series before we step into episode 1?
Only thing I'll add is on Prime Video too.
Good.
And it's on Crunchy.
And Crunchy.
Boom. That's right.
Boom. Got multiple out. So on that note, we can step into episode 1.
Let's get to it.
So Rion Zanpaku, where the powerful gather. Boom.
So of course, we start with the intro. Nice bop, like it.
Shit, we gonna talk about that old Funimation logo?
Oh, the old school.
Did that take y'all back?
Every time
It
I see
definitely
it.
did.
Shit.
Man, it's just a testament to show that Funimation's really been in the game forever, bro. Like, really been like the big bro. Like, honestly, like,
I mean, it's gobbled up in Crunchyroll now, so.
Yeah, crazy. But like, I mean, hey, Crunchyroll fought the good fight, man.
Yeah.
And won.
Yeah.
Right.
There will be a generation that'll be like, you bring up Funimation, they'll be like, what the hell's that?
That's
wild.
Sony family, right?
Yeah. Funimation is like, remember Singular Wireless?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Funimation is the
So
Singular
old.
Wireless of anime, man.
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 That brought it back.
We some old weebs, man.
We really are. Yo.
We've been through it all, bro. We've been through all the major aspects of like modern day anime.
Like
for real,
technological
bro.
advances, yeah, 100%.
Yes.
But yo, the opening was lit, bro. Like rewatching the opening for Kenichi, I was kind of just like, yeah, he that nigga, bro. Like,
talk about classic after school anime vibes. This definitely feels like you would run this after school on a Toonami or something.
Definitely.
Oh, bro, that's exactly what I did. Every time Kenichi came out, like every week I would allegedly stream Kenichi illegally, and bro, it was just fire every time. I just remember seeing that lightning strike of that opening and being like, yo, it's about to be lit. Where's Kenichi gonna go next? Especially later on, bro, when he actually starts to be able to throw the hands. We can get to that later, but bro, I love Kenichi.
YouTube part 1 and 3.
Facts. I definitely feel like that's how I watched it. It was like the YouTube
Oh,
camera.
that's a fact.
And every of that, Naruto, all that, everything, Linkin Park, everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I think Kenichi was one of the animes that we was watching as like a squad in middle school. Like it was one of the shows that we was all like, all right, y'all saw the latest episode of Kenichi. He got his ass beat or what? Like,
shit. If you was in karate at the time of a young person, like this is inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird that I have such a different perspective on this in shows of this era than you guys do, because this was college time for me.
yeah.
Oh, you saw
What
it
was
later.
it like? Yeah. What was it like back then? Yeah. Like at college time. Like, how did you receive it?
It was all right. It was just different. So watching this stuff in college was a different flow than like watching it like in high stuff like that. You found a lot more people were kind of into it that you didn't see when you were in high school and middle at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're talking about anime still in need.
yeah, we were at this point. We were just kind of getting to where it was kind of sort of somewhat mainstream.
Ah, gotcha.
So we're in that flux of when it's starting to turn.
Or they starting to actually put it.
Oh, that's lit. So yeah, you was right there for like the kind of like the first wave, like I guess like the first big peak of it type beat, in like
It's
modern
like,
day
this,
scope of it.
This is the point where you, like I said, was at the point where you could like openly talk about it, and it's not like
Oh,
feel
that's
kind
a
of
time
odd
to be
about it.
alive.
No, that's dope.
That's fire.
Like I said, it's college time. It's like, everybody's into everything. Nobody cares anymore to a degree at that point. So it's like, oh, you like this? Okay, yeah, I used to watch that. Blah blah.
On the campus, was y'all streaming like the LimeWire episodes too, and like sharing it on the hard drives with the homies?
Oh, I'm like, wow, I haven't heard.
Man, that's how I used to get my anime at one point too. It was like, cause I didn't want to wait for it to hit the streaming websites. Allegedly, I might have allegedly just went to one of these like stream feeds.
Allegedly.
School internet was clutch.
Facts. Until they hit you with that cease and desist.
Yeah.
Right. That was the major blow.
Like, what sites you trying to go on, sir? Oh, not the pop-up blocks.
Yeah, man. Listen, they was implementing them things hard too.
Facts, but
trying to be like, I ain't trying to watch nothing sus here, man.
facts, but yo, from the jump of Kenichi, I really feel like it was like I kind of forgot how comedic it was, like as an anime.
Bruh, yo, in the first episode where Nijima just like roasts him for no reason, he just pulled up and was like, yo, your body trash, you ugly, you can't fight, you a dumbass nigga. Bro, that shit was crazy when he just read him his whole like.
Nigga, his nickname was Weak Knees.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, I'm like, bro, we got to fight right now, because you're not about to run me down like that.
Bruh.
Facts.
And how do you even defend that? You can't tell another nigga your knees are strong.
It's like, you want to test that, bro? Go.
So I was like, how do I reply to this? It's like,
that nigga gave me Randall vibes from Recess. He was
Yo!
like a snitch.
Oh,
He was
that's
a
a
rat.
fact.
He was a rat
That's a
snitch.
Oh yeah, 100%. Nah, honestly, Nijima used to scare me, bro, because I was like, yo, why he look like that? Like, why he look like
It's
an alien, bro?
Yeah.
that's the first thing I said when I was watching this. I'm like,
Yeah, that's one of those like anime character archetypes where they just got that alien, like weird, like pointy face look. Who else was like that? Like Papillon from Buso Rankin had that same look too. It's just
sir.
never one of my favorite looks.
But yo, Miu, bro. Shit.
goon, female goon.
How she
Alright,
smoked? How she smoked my boy Kenichi in 2 seconds?
Son, and then was like, "Thank you for saving me."
For real. First, that's the intro. I was like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, nah, she flipped him off rip.
Bruh. Nah, I think my favorite scene was when he went to Rio Zampo. What's the name of the studio again? Yeah, Rio Zampo. Bruh, when he pulled up and met the grandfather for the first time and was just like, "Oh, you're a master?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm not a master. I just never lost a fight. I'm just the realest nigga out here."
That's a real nigga conversation there. Shit.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
you real like that? Yeah, that show was crazy. And then like the one thing I didn't like about it is that like it did that old school anime thing where you put the protagonist on that perv shit where it got like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, right off the rip, I was like, this is definitely for a time because you could see the fan service coming right out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
From the rip.
I ain't mad at it though. That's all I gotta say. I ain't
They're in
mad.
high school, Jayquel. Yes, you are.
Nigga said
They're
I
high
ain't mad at
school,
no
yes,
anime titties.
Man, all I gotta say is when I first consumed that content, I was below the age.
Below the age with a big smile.
We operating off of those standards, man. That shit was crazy. But honestly, yo, one thing about the fan service is like I didn't realize how extreme it was, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all. I don't want to skip to the ending too fast, but like the ending scenes, bro, with just random drawings of like hard nips and fucking coot shots. I'm like, yo, what the hell? How did that get approved?
Listen, bro, they was letting a lot of shit slide back in the day so strongly. That's why when people talk about anime like nowadays and shit like that, they was like, yo, it was just for a culture for a time and shit like that. And it was like, bro, they got away with this because niggas was just like, it's anime. It's what it is.
It's wild. It's supposed to be crazy. Like
So Jay needed to dip in that river that fell.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying.
but shout out to Kenzai Ma, bruh, the #1 fucking lecherous perv out in anime. I put that man over Master Roshi. I put that man over Mineta. I put that man over anybody. My man hidden floorboards to took pictures of panties.
Oh,
True.
yeah. You ain't lying.
That nigga that-
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Nah.
Almost
Like,
lost
who's
his
doing
whole
it like
life
that?
from that shit.
Who doing
Bro,
it?
that's
like
a
that,
fire intro, bro. He said, "Hold up, just so y'all know, I'm really about this shit, bro."
Yeah, his whole life.
This said, "My enemies necessary." I'm getting these pictures.
I mean, as a photographer yourself, I
Wow, what a segue.
mean, how far are you willing to go for the shot, bro?
Cause think about it too. He's in a dark
yeah.
space. Like what white balance you got to throw on to be able to capture that picture, fam?
Bro, he had to have like an ISO 1600 film. He had to have some type of strobe on the side, just hidden somewhere in the cut for the one-time flash. Like,
And you trying to surprise a person who's lived off of like lethal surprises. Like she's supposed to take you out in this kind of deadly way. So you trying to surprise a surpriser
facts. Hey, he was wilding for that, bro. He dead could have lost his life.
for the shot. How
For the
willing
shot.
are you to get the shot, bro?
Man, I ain't trying to die for that. But
I was
no,
playing
Ken
much
say,
more
Nigga
than
said,
I
I'm not on that level.
Ken say a trained killer, so he can go for it.
That's what I'm saying.
The issue was wild.
But yo, it was so funny. Well, big respect to Miyu though. though, because I really respected how, like, like she pulled up and Kenichi had to stand outside because he was late, and Shorty was like, nah.
Yeah, I respect it.
I know it's my first day, but I'm gonna wait outside with him. I really respected her for that. Like, for real.
She was definitely on this. She was dying for a friend, man. She was trying to make a friend wherever. She was like, "You a good soul? All right, I'm your best friend now. You can't beat my ass."
Guys, I mean, because look at the home she came from. She was like, "Yo, I need some niggas to chill with, bro. I can't be at this crib all day. They gotta be keeping the books."
Some grown ass niggas. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, once she said this is my house, I was like, I understand.
It's like when you meet that one girl you interested in, and she got like 9
she live in the projects?
Brothers. Yeah. They greedy when you come in and shit like that. You trying to look over prim and proper, like,
yo,
okay. They said, it's blood in, blood out, brother.
I think they did a really good job at establishing, like, I guess, like, the premise of the story in the first episode too. Because, like, Homeboy really was going through it in that karate club thing. Like, they really was fucking him up. Like, bro, like, what?
They didn't even let him train. They just used him as a punching bag.
The way they was yoking him up and shit like that, violating him, talking about running his jokes, talking about they was pretty much planning to kill him off rip if he didn't leave the karate club. Like, it's not that serious.
Bruh, if Kenichi would have came back with the blick, I would have understood.
Yes.
Yup, I'd have been like, you know what?
This could have been a different story. Kenichi the school shooter, like, real fast.
Hey, yo,
Mightiest blick.
You know who Kenichi was going for too? First second, bro. He going for that.
He thought about it.
Diamond, and then going for his teacher too.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Listen, someone probably like, this someone's like,
Yo, it's a great thing that Miu showed up, fam. If she did it, bruh, that
who knows
different story. I'm telling you, that's the dark timeline.
Facts. Neruda would have been like, damn, Kenichi's shooting on 100, not alerting me on 1,000.
While I see him get picked up by the NRA. So do you guys want to run through the episode in general, or y'all, we want to keep picking pieces?
I think picking pieces works, just like picking specific like topics about it. I think the animation worked for the time too. It wasn't like it was very like
for
timely.
A time that it gives me that 2006 2005 like era, definitely for sure, kind of animation like that summer vibes that all the animated show came out in.
Exactly, because it was like a transitional anime point where you were getting like full motion. You know what I mean? Like if you're watching like old school Dragon Ball Z, you wouldn't get like the full motion of the fights. But with Kenichi, you were kind of getting that.
Yeah, I was like, the cusp of it, exactly. Like I was actually kind of like really watching the animation because I've been on some critique shit recently. So like all the backgrounds are all still hand drawn, like the classic kind of like earlier late 90s, earlier 2000s kind of animes. But like the motion is semi-fluid. I wouldn't call it fully fluid. And the craziest thing is when they get lazy, they don't even fully move the faces, bro. They just like they grab like the eyes and the mouth and they kind of shake it up as everything else is flat. I'm like, yo, this is the most cheapest budget. Niggas have $5 to make this. Like, what the fuck?
Shit, not everybody had the money.
So
but that was really the time back then.
Yeah, man. Shit, we saw it gradually grow. I want to say like 2010 was another big era for anime where shit started to act on, like everything started to get hip.
Yeah, that's
I think this is probably around the time where they started to dip their toes in the HD and they're learning their way around.
Yeah, I think this is when they switched up the aspect ratio too, when they went from analog to digital. I think episode 1 was definitely a good intro to seeing exactly like learning who Kenichi is, just giving you the background of the main cast of the story.
Being behind on him as well, like definitely Kenichi, a person you want to follow, like away from any kind of the pervy shit like that. You see everybody, but like the nerd nigga is running him as weak knees, and then you got the big brolic ass niggas in high school for no reason, all yoking him to fuck up. I'm like, how old is this?
Nigga,
one of those
30.
anime tropes, right? Yeah, it's one of those anime tropes. This nigga said, I am 13 years old. Nigga, you look like you have a house and a family and 2 kids. Like, what you mean? What you mean in high school? Talking about get out of the karate club. Like, nigga, what? Go see your family.
Y'all joining the karate club?
Oh, nah, not about
I was in karate back in the day. There was no niggas like that.
Man, we had some kids like that in middle school and high school.
Oh, yeah.
Who should have graduated 14 years before we
Super duper duper. Super duper duper seniors.
Oh, listen.
All I gotta say is before Bloomberg, no chocolate behind.
That's a fact.
Oh no, they left a lot behind.
You will pay for your crimes.
That's a figgity fact.
Oh my god. Shit,
Oh man.
That was their
Kenichi
peak.
was just catching strays left and right, bro. Like I
That
think in
ass.
that episode, every single scene, Kenichi caught a stray from going to school, from
Teachers.
from
Miyu
the
threw
nerd
him into
bully.
Miyu was like, jump over this lake real quick. He was like, what the fuck? Landed
The
in
water
that
got
shit.
him.
He was wet.
He got played by
Going to
water.
school. Like, damn, son. Get yoked up by the nerds. Get yoked up by the big brolic niggas. Like, there's no security at the
Yakuza.
school. Yakuza, yeah.
Son could not catch a break.
Nah.
Oh yeah, when he tried to save Mew, when he was like, "Yo, watch out, bae, I got you." But yo, when I saw that, I never got secondhand embarrassment from an anime until I saw that scene.
Nigga,
Nah.
when he tried to throw them fists and ran out there, started arm swinging and shit like that, and he finally caught one. Like he was like, "Shit, I'm gonna hope for anything and pray that one of these knock him out." He hit him in the jaw. He was like, "Oh fuck."
And then
Yo,
right
you know what that
at that
reminded
point,
me of?
whew,
Y'all seen Tokyo Revengers when Takemichi tries to save Shorty from
Yes.
like getting harassed in the store? That was the same energy, bro.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if that wasn't the inspiration.
but yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. That was like honestly, yeah, it seemed pretty spot on to be honest as an inspo, bro.
Nigga, he landed one of them punches, and they was like, "All right, so we just gonna have to kill you now." God damn, my day was
And
already
they
terrible.
put out the 5-foot fucking shank, like
That's
bro, we
what I'm
about to
saying.
carve you up. I was like, damn,
Bro,
this
you
is a
could have just
middle
stopped
school,
me. You could have just stomped me out, man. It didn't have to go that far. That's like 70 y'all. Come on.
Yeah,
bro.
real.
Right.
And y'all grown as hell. Like, what y'all, like, one punch from this little puny kid. Yeah, we gonna have to. Damn.
That's facts, because they're definitely adults. Like,
Yeah.
Real for real.
Shit. But what also had me dying was his little book that he had. It looked like he had some urban survival guide. I said that's how to live in the hood.
bruh.
Yo,
This
you
nigga
got
had
ads
a,
classified.
Yo, I was like,
He had a hood certified book.
he had the how-to for dummies for everything.
Yeah,
None of it
yo,
worked.
nigga, that shit was funny.
Yeah, how to make friends, how to fight, how to get a bitch, bro. Just stop reading, just start doing.
son had a book for everything.
One of the realest parts of that shit though was when they was messing with the Yakuza niggas, and like they was talking about how they had everybody pressed up, and they was messing with the old man, and they was like, look around you, everybody was walking around trying to mind their own business, and half of the people had like newspapers in front of their faces and shit like that. Like, damn son, if them niggas get killed, that's on them. We ain't calling nobody. Shit, niggas die every day. Shit.
Wait,
Niggas
next.
die every day.
Like I said, we not getting caught up in shit.
Right.
Yo, for real. And then, yo, speaking of that scene, yo, then you got me.
She had
So
to show
by
out.
now you made me mad. I'm like, oh,
She had to
shit.
show out. She started hopping on these niggas like there was the Goombas in Mario.
Bro, when she used that nigga's face as a trampoline,
That
Yo.
ass, you can hear the let's it go right when she jumped.
Yo, when she threw old boy into the front windshield of the car,
Man,
I was-
she was one of those. Yo, give it up to Kenichi right off rip, showing this lady. She not a damsel in distress. She know how to handle her business on episode 1.
nah, shout out to Miyu, because she's definitely like, she's one of those characters that you kind of need. Honestly, low-key, Miyu was like the Gojo of this story.
Listen, bro,
Oh, yo, for sure.
we respect the ladies of violence on this podcast, yo.
Mhm.
We've seen a lot of ladies out here that's working. Definitely one.
That's a fact. Probably one of the first useful female anime characters in an
Especially
anime,
in that
especially in that time.
They said she ain't just titties. Like, come on, man.
It said titties are included,
Yes.
but this bitch can brawl,
Put
That's
that battery
crazy
in
because
her
all
package,
me,
she
that's
got to
all
move.
muscle.
bruh.
Yeah.
She got pecs, bro. Those aren't even titties.
Crush a nigga do shit.
Facts.
Shit. So right after that we got I did respect that Miyu took him to the park and she talked to Ken about like the philosophy of karate and stuff like that. You like off the first episode you see how her mind was moving and how she feels about this stuff. You get a concept of like why this is important and what her like focus on in the series is and her main goals as well.
That's a fact, because especially like if she wasn't around, Kenichi would have went into another path.
Yeah.
Like, he was
Without
around a
question.
bunch of people who was just like, yo, if you want to be a fighter, you just gotta be a strong ass nigga. But she was like, nigga, that's dumb as fuck, because the first real martial artists were the weak ones, so they had to learn martial arts to fight up, beat the strong niggas. So you're the perfect place to be right now, because you like the first martial artist, nigga. You can't fight, and so we gonna teach you how to fight.
And she brought him to the dojo spot, and that's where you run up on the the strongest niggas out there. Yo, I specifically looked at that nigga Shio. Yo, he looked like someone they scooped specifically straight out of Fist of the North Star.
No, that's a fact. You talking about the karate dude?
Yeah, like straight off the bat, even through his punches and right off, I was like, this is the Fist of the North Star bag, like right off.
Yeah,
I just like the vibe that they bring every kind of different martial arts to it, and they'll teach you like different styles like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, Kenichi was the first MMA fighter.
Yeah,
yo, facts.
Shit, Apache was out here kickboxing and boxing and all that going crazy. His voice acting is kind of funny.
Bruh, his voice acting makes him sound real short bus like.
I was like, what's going on here?
Bro, when they said that nigga was 28, I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
He said, yeah, he's only 28. Meanwhile, this nigga's 7'2", jacked as fuck.
Yeah, 28, you at least 45.
I don't know, man.
Bro.
Everybody out doing.
Yeah,
But,
he was on steroids. He had to be on the juice.
Oh, listen. If everybody in this anime had to be on the juice because this don't make no sense.
They was definitely wilding in their quarters and shit like that. And then when Ken ran into Ayato and shit like that, and he like right off the rip when Miyu was in there, he was like, nah, there's a whole bunch of like outrageous niggas in here, and I gotta save you. She's like, nah, bro, I live here. This is actually my grandfather. He's like, oh, nah, what the fuck did I sign up to?
Yo, can we talk about Hayato for a second? Because I remember when Kenichi was first getting to the temple and he trying to open the door and then pick up Hayato with his one finger.
One finger, my nigga.
Right.
Shit, yak stack old niggas. That's one thing, bro. They'll show you these old niggas can either be like the frailest, nicest, or craziest niggas, or they yak stack.
Nah, that's a fact. And I ain't never seen a nigga whose abs shown through a robe.
For real. And when you find grandfather, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, real talk, man. Nobody can whoop, so I'm just here.
Like, sir, how
That's
old
honestly
are you?
goals.
Yeah. Said until somebody beat my ass, man, I just pull it. And I'm making sure my granddaughter the same. It's the bloodline right there. It's throw you once, we the bloodline. She ain't get her ass beat either, bro.
Yo, man, imagine you going to pick up Okura and this is what you see when you open the
Nigga,
door.
I'm telling you, this is the Marcy Projects type shit, bro.
Like, I'm sorry, I got the wrong address.
Right?
I'm sorry, bro.
Shit, I'm the delivery man. I got your Uber. Here you go,
I
yo.
got your Uber Eats, man.
Shit, nah, but yeah. So I mean, that's the first episode in a nutshell. Just meeting everybody and getting a cast of characters and shit like that. And then just in general. So what's y'all final impressions in general about the first episode?
No, I liked it a lot. It showed you exactly who the main character was. It showed you who the love interest was. It shows you. It doesn't introduce you to the enemy, but it introduces you to the point that he's going to be in a position where he's going to be meeting stronger people.
There's a goal. There's definitely a goal,
Right.
and that's what wants you. That's what can keep an audience in a growth path for like however long. Like you see somebody's one journey up, and right off rip, you can see this guy's treated like shit from every corner of life. So you definitely want to see him grow up and shit like that and get better. Also, it kind of an anime trope in general, but like
Oh, they don't got no parents.
that ass like.
You
shit,
think if he had a dad, he'd be getting his ass beat?
Yeah, they would have probably been bullying him.
I mean, he gotta have some type of parents because he was paying for that tuition. Homie said it's gonna be 20,000 yen. I was like, well, that's $200. What you mean?
My son kept going down. He was like, all right, 10,000. Nah,
that shit was funny. That shit was funny.
He said per week it's $200 per week. I'm like, nigga. I don't even think in America it's like that, bro.
Man.
But
I'm gonna say his parents are probably one of those people that was covering their faces with the manila envelope because they ain't want to be seen.
They're just like,
he had that
you sleeping? You going to school? All right, here's some money. Good luck.
He had that Ed and Eddie kind of parents where it was like Double D. His parents was talking to him post-it notes, so he only got like post-it notes parents.
Yo, actually, that whole book, everything inside of it is just the conversations with him and his parents. It's not even a survival guide.
Yo,
the survival guide is like, Kenichi, make sure you brush your teeth.
Yeah, imagine his parents left him the book and then said, "All right, we out. There you go, raise yourself."
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be crazy. But overall, bro, yeah, I think Kenichi first episode was great. It left a lot to be wanted, and I wanted to know deeper about each and every character. You can't just show off all these teachers and not give us anything.
See,
you know
all
what I'm
these
saying?
kind of yacked ass niggas and shit like that. You were like, I want to see them battle. What's good? What's up?
Facts. But then it also makes me think like, yo, like what is the scale that they're trying to even like place for enemies in this show? Because right now the strongest enemies we've seen have been like the bully nigga and like the Yakuza. So I'm like, it can only go up from here. You feel me? So like, what does that look like?
These day one niggas, we trying was pop when we hit like day 35 or shit. Like, was the enemy by then?
Yeah, and that's another thing that they did in Kenichi. It was just like watching the show, you knew who was going to be in the later episodes and who was not going to be the later episodes based off of what the character looked like. Definitely. Like Daimonji, bro, that nigga was not going to be in episode 3, 4, or 5.
Shit, I mean, off that rip, well, before we step into episode 2, co-host, how you feel about the first episode?
I liked it. I enjoyed the vibe it set. I enjoyed almost all of the characters so far. I will say Kenichi's in a better position than Naruto was with Blerd.
Oh, shit! Into the heavens with the rotten milk and the dead parents' apartment.
Oh my god, yo, throwback.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and my opinions definitely I agree with the. I just like following an easy to follow journey. Is like you see somebody struggling and shit like that. You want to see how they grow and shit like that, and over time. And we about to step into episode 2, so it's already paying off in some aspects and shit like that, which is nice to see. You just want to see people grow and people's story and shit like that. It's so easy to root for underdog.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yep. So we can step into episode 2. Beginning of the fight. So what's y'all thoughts and hopping around on episode 2? What's going on? Let's pick some pieces out of it.
So do you mean before or after Miyu left him with all of the
well, we could talk about the introduction of like Miyu saying, hey, this is my family and shit like that, and like you was talking about before, niggas was trying to get him for that rent real fast. They was like, we yak, but we still gotta pay bills, bro. and I mean, as you can see, we kind of some tough ass niggas, so we don't really get students like that.
That part, I felt that as an adult.
Yeah, yo, it was funny. It was like the grandpa was like, "Nigga, you still gotta pay. I hope you don't think you gonna stay for free."
You think we high level niggas is gonna teach you all our techniques and shit like that, make you stronger for free? We don't know you. Just cause she brought you in here don't mean shit. Right. She pulling up with you didn't know she a recruiter, bro. She pulling up like the Demon Corps be pulling up on tragic children.
Yo, they be like, yo, your parents died? Okay, bet pull up.
You trying to fight a war?
The worst shit just happened to you? Damn, dude, we got a job for you.
They're like, bro, we gonna keep it a stack. We not wearing them trope dojos. We kind of broke, so yeah, we need all the funds. Listen, here's our GoFundMe, our Patreon.
We don't got no secret benefactor. We don't got shit like that. Y'all got to pay.
Kenichi's like, you can't be that broke. Grandfather's like, nigga, my granddaughter is our accountant.
But she don't see 15. Nigga, all we know is kung fu.
Facts.
Like she got all of the jobs. She the cook, the accountant,
nigga,
publicist,
they got that woman
the recruiter,
a maid, PR.
Right, bro. But we gotta talk
the bats.
We gotta talk about Kenichi's fucking like training moment in the beginning.
Yep,
bro. Because he was like, I want to learn karate, and the karate nigga was like, nah, nigga.
I don't think we're disciples.
If you train with me, you die.
You try to die? All right, man. Go learn jujitsu, nigga.
Nigga said, Aki light work. Don't worry about that. He a pushover, man. It's just jujitsu. Which, man, it's just it's momentum and force. Don't worry about that.
Light work.
Nigga, the first shit he got doing, I saw like shit ready to stab him. I was like, oh Lord.
Bro, he was like, yo, I'm putting straps of like needles under your armpits. Put your arms down. You gonna get poked up. And by the way, I'm gonna have you carry these urns and just stick your arms out, just full wingspan. All right. Also, I'm gonna stick a hot poker under your ass, fam. You sit down, you fucking done.
This is a kid, bro. It's a fucking kid. Call child services like somebody, please help.
You lack discipline. I got the motivation for you right now.
Don't die.
They're like, you getting your money's worth.
Well, that's the honest truth, nigga.
Facts. I feel like honestly nowadays you can't even do some shit like that. Like you can't even start some crazy because niggas would be like, oh my god, I'm getting abused first day. I want to leave. I want to cry. It's too hard.
You couldn't do it back then. What you mean?
What you mean? Nigga, I would have did it back then and today. What you talking about?
I don't know. Some karate, man. Dude, I could take you. I could tell it from full force, man. They had the adults fighting them kids, and they will hit you with the triple hit combo, and you'll just have to push through. You'll cry, get up, and you'll get kicked again.
No, I'm not talking about getting hit. I'm talking about having a hot poker under your ass, bro. And being put in a horse stance.
I mean, I'm not talking about America, but there's some places that'll probably put you through the ringer, nigga.
Listen, when he dropped that that arm and that point hit.
Nigga, hollering.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie though, that horse stance shit, bro. Like I did Taekwondo in college. I was on a team for a little bit. I got like, I think what belt I got to, like green belt or whatever. Like, bro, just being in horse stance doing shit, nigga, you sweat automatically. Like you are literally like, bro, it's like doing a wall sit for fucking like an hour. Like it's so, bro, it's stressful.
Nigga,
So
I did capoeira for a little bit in Stony too, and it was, bro, they will put you through the hot room and shit like that with the quickness. Like you'll be training and doing the practices for like hours in the heat at the bottom of bro, the training is crazy.
Yo, but one thing about seeing training montages, especially as like a nigga who loves training, is like that shit got me pumped. Like when I did my run today, I was like, yeah, that nigga was running with the tire on his back. Imagine if I had to run with a nigga, like pull that nigga through New York City, bro.
Listen, Kev, you know what to do.
Listen, I don't know if y'all ever watch Hajime no Ippo, but that is one. I know, Kev, you're not into the sports anime, but bro, Ippo will have you such a chokehold with their training sequences and seeing how that shit, it will turn you into a boxing fan and want to box so fast. Nothing will play about them. When you see shit like that, it will get you into training so fast.
All I'm saying, Kev, Jay got the busted tire, or you need to get some rope, and you're good to go.
Nah, I'm good.
Turn that nigga into a horse real fast, like they did Ken, bro.
But nah, Kenichi was like, son, man said, yo, he said, you want me to pull this tire? You just want me to walk with this tire? And then old boy went like, nah, nigga, you gonna run.
We need to go to market, nigga.
He started whipping man.
Shit. Nah, when he was done with him, he had him folded like a Family Guy character in that one room.
Bro.
Yo, he had me dying. He's like, snail moves faster than you. Come on. Yo, I was like,
nah, that first day of training got so bad. Like, Miyu had to give him that encouragement, and Apache had to give him that. At least that nigga gave him a walking cane.
That was nice enough. That was like...
Hey man,
shit,
you pay your bills, you get a walking cane.
Apache for the people. I always felt like Apache was like the sweetheart of like the dojo. You know what I'm
saying?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. You can tell it.
Iron Giant type B.
This nigga made him a walking cane. Like honestly, he didn't have to do that.
Listen, he already said, listen, if I give him to anybody else, he's gonna be dead with it.
There you go. That's them saying mercy.
Right.
Yeah. So he continues his training throughout and stuff like that. Homie feeling discouraged and shit like that, and there was what was it? I think they was comparing him to an ant. They said that
he said it'd be like if an ant faced an elephant, and he was like, "Are you comparing me to an ant?" And then man was like, "Nah, you're right. That'd be disrespectful to the ant."
I'm like, oh man.
Nigga, bro, even the break times they was giving him, they was like, man, you been through the ringer today. You deserve a break. All right, break over.
Time's up.
Damn, nigga. I ain't even breathing that time.
Oh, nah. That should remind me like Zamo Hunter when the nigga was like, are you ready to clock back in?
Nigga. He said, shit, what? I pulled an all-nighter. It's been 3 days already. Goddamn.
And it's so funny because I remember when Miyu peeped the karate club talking their stuff about how they gonna basically beat the crap out of
He said, I don't care. I'm killing this nigga. It's just what it is.
That shit was wild.
If he died,
he dies.
It's wild for them because, I mean, bro, you got to pay rent. You need this nigga.
Me was like, damn, nigga, we just got the income, bro. We
That's
cannot
what I'm
let this
saying.
nigga die.
Keep the stream coming. We got to pay. We at least need groceries, my nigga. We running out.
Right. And Mia was like, oh,
beat this nigga ass, but give him a sense of being in some shit like that. We got to hustle his bones, bro.
Facts. But yo, that training sequence with Miyu, bro. Yo, that's when I realized I was like, yeah, Kenichi a fucking pervert.
Son. He's like, can I grab anything?
Shit.
I'm like, oh boy.
It's one of those. It's one of those weird morals because he's like, yeah, I'm above hitting a girl, but he was like, oh, you let me touch me, I could touch you all over. Like, bro, that's all kinds of ways of weird looking at it.
Fact, yo, and it's like scenes like that in that era was just common because like right now I'm rewatching Air Gear, which is coming from around the same time, and like there's like a scene in like episode 3 where this one shorty's like, yo, if you could catch me, I'll let you touch my boobs. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And that nigga went out. He went all out to try to catch her, bro. Like that shit was crazy.
I mean, shout outs to Chainsaw Man for trying to bring back the feeling.
Bro, Chainsaw Man be doing that with every new woman that gets introduced in that series, bro. They just be like, yo, I'll let you kiss me. I'll let you touch my boobs. I'm like, you fuck nigga, what?
That ass.
Some men just be wild for no reason.
That's the gradual growth. That's their growth.
I feel like Denji's only growth is his restraint in like trying to like curve these women, but he never does. He never says no.
This nigga said he goes from I want to touch to I want to fuck to like, bro, like it's goals. It's his goals, man. It's on the same level as Naruto trying to become Hokage, bro.
Yo.
Nigga, Denji said, I just want to score home run. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yo, let's touch base on when Kenichi actually fights Daimonji, though.
Yeah. So,
Right.
so homie. I mean, at first though, he was definitely like that first punch that he blocked that sent his ass flying.
Bruh, if I ever get hit by a nigga, I fly 7 feet.
If my feet leave the ground, nigga. That's it, man. That's it. Wave the white flag. How the fuck you lift me? How you lift me, bro? That makes no sense.
Bro, the whole time that shit was going on, yeah.
What kind of wind force is this?
I'm like, oh, I leave a dick in the wall. Okay. Bones okay? Oh, okay.
Shit, the wall broke my fall.
Yo, facts, I was starting like a hit counter. I was like, yo, how many times is this nigga Kenichi gonna get hit? Let me see. I remember I rewound it. I was like, all right, that's 1. That's 2. Oh damn, this nigga got hit there. Shit, bro.
Yeah, he was eating those, man.
Bro, remember when Kenichi threw that first punch though? He was like, "Oh, swoop!" He did that little footwork thing, and then caught him.
I thought, when he caught him in the gut, I legit thought for a second he was gonna do something. He caught him in that gut, and I was like, all right, there's something. Then he got kicked. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was painful, bro.
He's like, you're not doing nothing to my pecs is steel.
Nigga, that shit had me dying. Nigga started flexing them shits.
And the funny thing is, the nigga said, yo, I trained all of 8th grade to get this job, so niggas can now fuck me. I was like, yo, what the?
And you know I've been in 8th grade for like 10 years, so you know how I messed up.
Nigga like 8 times 10.
Nigga said, you know it. You know me. I'm in here by myself. Chocolate milk, pizza by the tray.
He said, "Niggas didn't know I spent 8th grade in the penitentiary.
Mozzarella sticks, no pillow.
Working on like 50 Cent in the Many Men video."
Yo, I feel like the only reason why these niggas let him in the karate club was they was just like, yo, honestly, like if we don't take him, bro, he might be a menace to society. So we probably gotta do society a favor.
Did you see his hype men and his goons off the side talking about his shit? They was hyping him up. They said Daimonji gonna kill you, bro.
They was like, yo,
that
kill
nigga. Shit, make sure he never come back, Daimonji.
Yo,
bro, imagine you in a fight. Someone says that, niggas is like, yo, kill him. Like, what?
Bro, you just said you in 8th grade. Calm down. Y'all got more life to live.
And Kenichi's like, "Nigga, I just wanted to learn karate."
Yo, this is a club. Don't y'all want more members? Like, damn.
I'm not trying to die over this shit.
It's not that serious.
But yo, he started working him, bro. That sidestep action, though, nigga, stop playing. Nigga, pivot.
The dodge footwork was real. That shit was great.
Nigga said, weave.
Yo,
stupid.
Who wants to see some of these TikTok niggas take on these classic animes for these shits? Because definitely that shit's one. You could just hear that one nigga from TikTok. Bob, weave, Bob, spin that nigga.
Yo, shout out to that's bro Ron Suno from Co-op, bro. He the nigga who made that shit, bro.
That's funny.
Yo,
that nigga funny.
Facts, bro. Like, honestly, yo, we gotta get this thing on the show, make him do that skit, bro. Weave anime edition.
Definitely. That's nah, son, homie. That's what you like to see. The quick growth after like a first episode and shit like that. He learned what he was in there hustling like no tomorrow. Even before that, we should have talked about the him doing the sidestep going from his house all the way to the school.
Yeah, that's the
that was kind of crazy though. Yo, shorty real for that. She said, I gotta follow this nigga because he taking 10 years to get anywhere, bro.
He said you could go on, but she was dying for a friend. She said, I know too many old niggas out in that shit. She was like, I gotta have a real nigga. And she was like, you know what, Kenichi, you at least nice. So you my friend. So that's why she was like, I'm not gonna leave you behind. If you doing side shit, I'll follow you and shit like that. Like she's in them 2 episodes, she's becoming a real friend.
Facts. What's crazy about that sidestep shit is that like every time they animate that shit, they make those characters like hella bow-legged, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like why the knees are like
well, he got knees.
Well, yeah. I mean that was the label, so shit. It said I'll show you how this foot works.
I remember in middle school trying to learn that shit, and I was like, Nigga, this
Stepping
shit
on
ain't
yourself.
real. I was like, this shit is not real. I ain't going nowhere quickly. Stop it.
Yo, and that first time he tripped him up and got him down,
Nigga, bro, lift him up, tossed it.
That's what we're talking about.
Knocked his ass out cold, bro. They had to get the water and everything.
And then he started crying.
Nigga, he made him bitch made. He was like, man, karate club is all I got. Y'all can't take this away from me. I don't want to leave, man. Come on.
Because I got nothing else.
I mean, I believe that. You 8th grade for the 10th time in the karate club. And this is your peak, brother. It's your peak. This nigga will be talking about this when he 45. Damn, remember when I was the man in karate club?
Remember when Kenichi beat your ass?
Shit, we don't talk about it. It was a legal move, bro. It was a legal move. Like
illegal. I won that. Like.
Oh my god!
Shit, when Kenichi become that big time fighter, he gonna be like, man, I remember when I got flipped by that nigga. He's one of the best of all time. Shit, I was in the ring with that nigga.
Like 10 years later, he gonna be looking for Kenichi like, yeah, bro, rematch.
I was one of his first fights, yo, bro. He's the one that goes to conventions to swear off that name. He be like, yo, bro, I was one of his first fights. I was one of them niggas that made him discover who he is, and now he the greatest of all time. Can you sign this? Like, give me $10.
It was like, nigga, that was me.
That was me. I was the starter. I was the first nigga to get flipped.
Like, I almost punched this nigga through a wall.
Shit, I had his ass back in the day, before we started training.
Facts, but honestly, like, I didn't beat his ass too much because I knew I saw potential in him. So like, I knew he'd be next up. So like, I couldn't kill him. Like, I said I was gonna kill him, but I was capping. Like, I had to do it because the club told me to say it, bro. Like,
my third eye was open and I could see the potential coming in. I mean, you see the way he was sidestepping me, you knew he was gonna be the greatest of all time. It's like seeing Jordan in the early days.
It's like seeing Jordan in the early days.
He's like, yo, I took the fall to give him confidence.
Yeah, man. I had to sell so the nigga could feel his confidence rising. Like, obviously.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So after he done flipped him out, he had to run into old rat boy that had to snitch him out, talk about his records and shit like that.
Like he moved him up a little bit.
He said you up there now. You get respect for what you put in. But now that you out here in these streets, I heard some niggas gunning for you already. So you already got somebody on his bumper.
Yeah. Yo, Nichima is a bag chaser, bro.
100%.
He's like, nigga, you look like you need a manager. And that could be him.
Facts.
He's about to be his Don King.
I can already see this nigga setting up the next fights he got available. That nigga was definitely he's definitely under Dana White's UFC like billing and shit like that. Promotion, I can set this shit up real fast.
Nah, you know who Nijima is? Yeah, you know who Nijima is? Nijima is fucking he's academics when he was covering the whole Chirac thing. Nijima was just making all the hype for everything.
Shit. He's probably the nigga that now would put together them YouTube boxing shit.
Facts.
No, that's a fact.
But yeah, that runs us through pretty much the second episode by its core. So I want to get y'all final impressions on the second episode, and then ideally the series as a whole. Of like, let's say if you're recommending it to somebody, and this is like the second episode, would you want them to like push forward to continue, or what's the interest level? Like, how would you recommend?
Yeah, I love Kenichi. Like, I've always been a fan since day one. As soon as I saw it the first time, I was like, yo, this is gonna be one of the GOATs. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. It didn't get past 52 episodes, but I still think it's one of those anime that just needs to get remade and given that second chance, because it's just a fire story. You have a kid who started off as a nothing, a nobody, bullied by everybody from the teachers down to the like the other school nerd who had worse grades than him, and he was still able to like work his way out of the bottom and make it out the gutter, obviously with help from the lovely Mew. Shout out to Mew. And like, she's just like a amazing female protagonist to go along with him, because she's not only supportive, but she's also like, there's very few times where you see a female protagonist who's over the male protagonist in terms of skill level from the beginning. And it's just dope to see like their progression as the story goes on. Definitely highly recommend.
Facts. I agree. I feel like, honestly, if I had to give it the 9,000 score, I feel like Kenichi is definitely at a 9,000 for an anime. I wouldn't say it's over 9,000 for me personally. And that's just because of like, I guess it's the era. Like, you know, serialization, I feel like it didn't need 52 episodes. There was mad filler. There's a lot of slow pacing with it sometimes. But I feel like, you know, it's just one of those anime where I feel like if you don't watch this, you're missing out on like a core kind of like part of the culture. Like, there's a lot of competitors, there's a lot of copies, but that was the like one of the original kind of like comedic kind of like martial arts shows that had all the tropes of the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like with a series like this, even though it's got a bunch, it's probably ideally got like a bunch of filler and stuff like that. It's the journey, and it's like watching him grow. Maybe the filler bits might even add and help to it. I know people's attention span is like always there, but it's like following this guy grow. You're gonna need those episodes that it's like, so you don't go from like one episode here and then the next episode like he's the greatest of all time. Like, nah, bro, you want to see that this nigga's actually putting in the work, and you're on this ride with him to see him becoming, you know, the mightiest disciple, as it says what they're selling you on.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I definitely liked it. It was like looking at this and then looking at the image online in Google of what the manga was. I remember seeing the freaking manga itself in Truman back in high school and shit like that when they had the manga section with what manga they had. I remember that, so it's taking it back old style for sure. And just watching this again is definitely a good bring up. Definitely would recommend. Definitely would be on the train for this.
100%.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Go ahead.
Like this first 2 episodes, I would definitely you watching this. And like I said, this is one of those things where the journey, man.
Yeah.
So just seeing going through the
Much training,
it's gonna
so
keep
much
me going, because now it's like, okay, I see where you started at. I see you got past your first hurdle. Now you already got people after. Like, how this gonna go?
Yeah.
How you gonna maneuver this?
You always proud to see them side by side pictures of all the anime characters following their journey and shit like that. Like you see Naruto day one and then Naruto being Hokage. That shit bring a tear to your eye because you've been in the journey for so goddamn long and shit like that, going through the hustle. So it's like seeing a nigga go day one getting bullied by like average niggas to fighting the top of all time. It's like that shit's amazing.
Like is Najima get his? Is Grandpa going to share his secret of Fountain of Youth?
Will Daimonji be in episode 3?
Right.
Answer that right now. No. Yeah, nah. But that's what's so. It's like big thumbs up from all of us here, and definitely a recommendation for Kingdom Mighty Side. Definitely watch and definitely give it its flowers. So yeah. So we close off that book and our main event segment off of that, and we just want to give time for our guests to plug in. So plug in, talk about what y'all got. If y'all got anything upcoming, plug in the socials and everything. Go ahead. This is y'all time.
Yes, fucking sirs. Keep it at 9,000, man. Anime conversations from an NYC POV. So keep it at 9,000. We run our podcast weekly. We drop on Wednesdays if you're interested in listening to the episodes. Every Wednesday there's a new episode like clockwork. We also have a YouTube where we post the full videos of our episodes. We're like 2 weeks away from catching up from where we're at right now. You know, like manga versus anime type shit. Like we're serializing as fast as we can. But if you really want the videos as fast as possible, we have all of our videos on all our social channels at Keeping It 9,000 across the board. You can find our videos. They are hilarious. But if you want to get the most up-to-date videos, I would check Instagram. That's where I really post most of the content, like up-to-date at least. But yeah, like we're everywhere. So, that's really Keeping It 9,000. Anime NYC coming soon. Hopefully DreamCon next year. And then you can follow our stuff. We got some more stuff coming out, really. We really believe in like really just doing it step by step and kind of doing it right. So that's really what we're doing with Keeping It 9,000 is we're not overexpanded and doing too much at the time, but we're just trying to give you guys like a quality product as a podcast so that y'all can honestly have a place to just keep it 9,000 and be honest. You feel me? That's kind of like our tagline is thank you for keeping 9,000 with us. We'll always keep it 9,000 with you. Like we really do appreciate when people do that. So always keep it 9,000 with us and tell us your opinions, comment on this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like hit us in the DMs too. Like we're open for the conversation, and we're also open for the smoke. So if you're ready for the smoke,
speaking of that, what about y'all Discord?
Oh yeah, shout out to the Discord, man. We got mad shit there. We got anime. We got the anime channel. We got the memes channel. You know what I'm saying? The manga channel. We got the alleged manga chapters coming in with weekly. I'm waiting for my Boruto full illegal stream to come in. Allegedly though. I don't know, man. Shout out to TBC Scans. Allegedly though.
Yeah, we're trying to all get sponsored out here.
Yes, sir. That's a fact. Also, Jayquel mentioned we drop our episodes every Wednesday. You should check out the latest episode. It is our episode 129, and it's titled "Usopp was at the Montgomery Brawl."
Yeah, I just listened. I listen to y'all like around when I go to the gym and like after I come back from the gym, and I'm always laughing and shit like that. Big ups to the guys. Big ups to the guys. So we got our email set up as always. If y'all want to talk to us at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Blerd By Nature, Twitter /X at Blerd By Nature. Nature spelled Nature. any co-hosts, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yeah, available on all podcast platforms. On check out our latest uploads and stuff like that. We are also working on our schedule and backlogs and a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll be posting accordingly and whatnot, doing all that. So everybody at the table, any final notes before I hit this outro?
Yo, thanks for having us, y'all. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, that's the vibe we always like to pull out, man. We always try to make sure people enjoy a nice conversation between the bros and shit get funny.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. It was a great time. I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed, bro. Like, really, thank you for having us on. Like, it's been a very entertaining conversation. Like, we really, you know what I'm saying? This is truly black anime culture in the room.
Man.
You feel me? Like,
Jay,
with the New York thing too.
Yeah, of course, Jay. You and I go way back, so I'm always proud of what you doing and all the stuff you going up.
Thank you, bro. Same here too, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
we're doing the damn thing out here, man.
Yeah, for real.
We're doing the damn thing. But yeah, so on that note, I hit the outro for us.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I think the last note here. Anybody change their mind on the Karate Club?
They're a bunch of punks.
Yo, I might pull up and jump them niggas.
They like to jump niggas. Shit, that sensei is ass, bro. All the people that was in that club is just like garbage people, bro. You ain't teach them humility or nothing like that. All them jumping smaller people and weaker people and all this shit like that. What kind of sense are you?
I'm telling you,
expert energy.
Kenichi should have. Wait, are you talking about the karate club that was bullying Kenichi, or are you talking about Miyu's grandfather's dojo?
Bully Club.
Oh, the bully club.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah. Nah, I said what I said. Kenichi should have pulled up with the blick.
Oh yeah. If like I said, that's the darkest timeline. That's the timeline. If he didn't meet Miyu that day, it would have been a whole different situation. It would be Kenichi, the greatest shooter.
That gotta be the episode name, Kenichi, the greatest shooter. History's greatest shooter.
History's mightiest shooter.
History's mightiest shooter.
That's
That's about to be
it.
the name of the episode. Shit, we find it right at last minute. All right. So yeah, any more final notes? We all good?
Think we good.
All right. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas. Go with the flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And our guest.
Sure, keep it at 9,000.
Keep it at 9,000 with Jayquel Stacks 2 Wavy.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
sir.
is another edition of the Blerd by Nature podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.